Welcome to Dungeon Mechanics. We're fresh out of love. Love is no longer
It's
in
only
stock.
hatred from his. It's only hatred from here on
I,
out.
I always try and time it. I'm like, we got 30 seconds. We're going. And then there's always like something. You never know what to expect.
Every
But
time. Every time.
welcome. Well, we're back. Welcome to Dungeon Mechanics. We are here with episode 22 of Dusk of Achordia. And we have a little bet going. If I can do a recap of an episode and a half more, well, 2 episodes, but not the 2 episodes that you might be thinking of, because it's the last episode and then the last episode that Cherie was in. So, spoiler. If you haven't seen those, you should probably go back and watch those because it'll make sense in a little bit. Anyways, in our last episode, Maul and Narissa were given various challenges by the goddesses Ysilde and Sin to essentially take on their champions and return back to life. Basic, easy. But in the process of that happening, Gil and Shade went to go get new weapons. Maul and Gil went to go see who Ysilde's champion currently was, which turned out to be Maul's twin brother. Spoiler alert. Narissa had a vision about a lot of things that were yet to come or maybe had already came to pass. Plus she got to talk to a god that nobody knows about, which is also interesting. Yeah. And Gage found out that he has a soul. I remember that being an important thing because the challenge that Narissa and Shade ended up having was not so much to go fight a champion, but her soul was offered in front of her just freely by two gods, we'll say. And they said she could either take her soul currently or give it up forever, because who needs those petty humanity emotions, and ascend into goddesshood. So luckily it was Narissa and Shade and Gage there to work their magic to come up with an agreement that best suited Narissa at that time. She decided to hold on to her soul because she felt that if she ascended, she might not care about any of these petty squabbles that these lowly humans and mortals are having. So to keep best interest in that regard, she took her soul back and decided to essentially return with it intact. They also did a double tandem mind reading of Gage during conversation where Shade used detect thoughts and Narissa piggybacked. But as they ended up finding that not only does Gage have a lot of souls in him, many worlds over worth of souls, he also has a soul somewhere lost in the swimming mass of souls that lives there. Which was good because Gage wasn't sure if he had one or not. And in the fight with Maul, Gil, and the other Gage, because Gage split his consciousness in 2 different areas so he can help, the party as best he could. They ended up fighting Maul's brother, who wasn't Lamb, whose name still isn't known because they sort of gave up the fake name for the cinder weapon. And as they fought him, they realized they were quickly outmatched by this champion of Ysilde. Not only did he had multiple attacks to disperse amongst the party members, he essentially wasn't holding back. And as he continued to fight, there was a pivotal moment where Maul had a chance to take down his brother. And as he heard the inevitable judgment of should he choose mercy or death, Maul chose mercy. And Gil shot his brother the next turn, killing him after 2 attacks and successfully taking down the champion of Silde. But as fate were to have it, because she was the last one to do damage on him, the armor that he had, including a weapon, vanished from the fiery ash of his charred body and reappeared on Gil herself, making her the new technical champion of Ysilde, even though she doesn't have any, allegiance towards this goddess. But that's how things were. Rewind, Missy Elliott style, back to a few episodes before, and we go to where Vestara was. Now, after Felcrest fell from the sky, some people died, like Maul and Narissa, and some people didn't, like Vestara, who was able to find safe footing by hanging on the side of a cliffside where Ditch ended up finding her, and they encountered Tiefling and a what are they called? Hobgoblin, who assisted them, and they progressed, finding out that there was this thing called Blight that was infecting creatures, people around the world, mostly those dead, to include well, not mostly dead. Someone was injured and bitten by a blight creature, which was Vestara's auntie, Kel. And as they secured her and went to go find the other party members, Vestara and Ditch and the others found a most notably dead Maul and Narissa in collision damage from giant cities falling on top of them. But that wasn't even the scariest part, because soon they were encountered by a member of the Triperian Empire, who was coming out and trying to take out any survivors, which would also include Vestara and her party. He ended up fighting some of the new members that joined the team, to which he quickly dispatched in one round. But through some lucky usefulness tactics, they were able to convince him that he needs them to be able to see the world-ending creatures that are going to try and destroy Achordia, because all Triperian Empire members, as we know, are not magically inclined, and they can't use magic, so they can't see the magical rift that is being torn apart. And as Maul and Narissa's corpses were infected by Blight and attacked, Ditch was able to take them out, but another thing that also happened that episode, which is important for now, is that Vestara was able to encounter Dash, who somehow was tapping into the skill sets of those closest to him, namely Vestara's ability to walk between the here and after, and met up with Vestara, and they were taken out by a fog that sent them somewhere. And that is the recap that I can think of at this moment.
Bravo, bravo.
That only took like 5-6 minutes. It's fine, 10, I don't know. We're not counting here. Time's wibbly wobbly. But I guess we will go over everybody what characters they're playing, because it has been some time. So if you're new to Dungeon Mechanics and you don't know who we are, you're about to find out right now. So we'll start out with Brent.
So I am playing Maul, and he is a Malmira barbarian with a special skill set that is not typical of most barbarians. He's got a little bit of a spell casting ability based on his affinity with fire and association with Isilde, the goddess we spoke of, or that was spoken of earlier.
John.
Playing Shade. They are a changeling bard. Then they recently got their soul back, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there was one soul recovered, but 2 souls recovered. And then we found out that Gage had a soul. So 2 souls for the price of 1, bonus soul. Ash.
Hi, I'm playing Narissa. Narissa is a tiefling sorcerer. I wish I could tell you off my character sheet, but So magic is funky with her and fun, and you never know what to expect. Although she has cast very few spells, considering how much magic she has. So we're gonna fix that.
This is true. Cherie.
Hi, I am playing Vestara Tatiana, who is a Kalashtar warlock, and she is a medium for hire, and she lives mostly in the other world between death and here. And she's a bit eccentric.
And then Miranda.
Hi, I'm Miranda. I'm playing Gil, who's a wood elf boomstalker, which is super creative because this was totally my very first D&D character. So we went basic, but we really like her. She's fun, and she accidentally became the champion, which she really didn't want to be, and I'm real sorry about that, Mal.
But you did get your how do you want to do this? Your first one last episode, at least with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good, bittersweet, but good.
I also did save myself from dying like the rest of these chumps.
This is true. Rope trick, quite handy, even if it gives you true sight and you get lost in the ethereal sea. But
I mean, does that sound so bad?
Last but not least, Andrew.
I am playing Gage, the Soul Warden. We've discovered he's a moon genasi, and his parentage is problematic. And he's in charge of keeping everyone's soul safe after they die. He's tired of it.
Nice. Well, we are going to get started here shortly, but we're going to re-roll the new trailer and then come back and get to rolling some dice. So stick with us. We'll be back here shortly and see you soon. welcome back. I've noticed that it's subscriber only chat, so I'm going to fix that real quick, real time.
The riveting D&D play you were looking for.
Roll to find settings.
Natural one.
Okay. It might be fixed. I reset some things. So, if you're not subscribed and you want to put in chat
Nope.
something, nothing, it won't work.
I refreshed. It still says subscribers only.
You were correct. Natural one.
As a mod sits back and does nothing. I don't know what other change option there is on the thing.
You want me to pull? Okay, hold on.
Try
Let
it
me pull
now.
up Twitch. Let me
Try
pull
it
up
now.
Twitch.
Right now.
We haven't been away for a long time. This isn't our first rodeo.
I found it. Go to your dashboard.
Okay.
No, try it now. I fixed it for you.
No, it's still there. Go to your dashboard. Go to the cog next to the where it says chat.
Oh, like
Scroll.
in the
Yeah, Twitch dashboard.
I turned off follows. Oh, there it is. Now I fixed it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, now it is.
Yeah, it's gone. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing happened.
It worked. Let
Sweet.
me in.
Sweet. Yay. Look at all those chat people in the chat. Okay. So
Could have been real boring otherwise.
we are going to play some music and get started. We're gonna start the scene with Vestara.
Oh. All right.
So, Vestara, you and Dash are currently walking through this like mist. Everything around you is kind of dark and gloomy, and as you would expect, this is the other side, the land where many dead souls kind of like conjugate, and you are unsure of why you're here in this moment, because it's not like you're tapping into it in a way that you're consciously trying to get here. You're just here.
That's what my question was. So what happened right before they ended up in this in between together? Like, did she go in looking for him, or he called her in somehow, or?
So Dash had figured out a way to like materialize where you all were. And then after the fight, this fog just kind of came in and took y'all away. But it wasn't either of you manifesting the fog, if that makes sense.
Okay. So, all right. Me and Dash are in the here and after, and don't know why.
He looks at you. What is this place?
Have you never been here before?
No, I'm kind of learning what you do in real time.
All right. Well, this is kind of like that space between alive and dead. It's where you can come across a lot of different spirits.
And you're not scared of this place?
Oh no, I'm a regular.
But you're alive, right? You.
Oh, well, yeah, it's just a thing I can do. But yeah.
Oh, well. Do you know how to get out of this place, or?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of odd to just get pulled in here. Happens occasionally though, but can you come out if I do pull us out of here?
I hope so. Do not leave me here. I mean, nothing against the party, but since day one, y'all have kind of just put me in places and went about your day, and things happen. But preferably, I would like to join a company,
You
be around others.
I just have to say, I am so sorry. I don't know how you just constantly kept getting left behind. Like, I'm
It's
not
it's
sure,
almost like I'm not like real or something. It's easier to
no,
figure
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I always want to take you with me. It's the other guys that I'm not too sure. I'm just playing. I do try to make a joke out of it just because I feel so bad, but um you're here now, so let's figure this out.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Okie dokie. Hmm. Just 1 second. Oh, here we go. Make it, make it,
Make it make sense.
make it. I'm on.
Oh, D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, I take it you don't have physical dice currently.
I don't.
Oh no. Okay, let me
I,
see if it rolls.
yeah. Please. Oh, there we go. Cool. 14.
14. Okay, so as you and Dash are kind of like, looking around casually, you see a being, a body, a figure up ahead, and it's kind of making itself known with the fog kind of like hitting over its body, and you can kind of see that dividend between the fog space and
Do I
something big.
know this? Do I know this being?
Not with a 14. They're still too far out of like.
Hmm. Okay. Um, well, reckon there's only one thing we can do about this, so let's go say what's up.
Oh, so you just go headstrong into these types of things and confront them.
I mean, usually I kind of think too much about it and take a whole long time trying to not do anything. But you know, I recently had a situation in the in between where I was dealing with somebody that is I guess always with me in a way that made me realize that if we keep avoiding the issue, it will just persist with us forever. So let's go handle this.
Okay. He follows you, and as you get closer to this being, they're laying on the ground, and they're kind of like smoking, like their body is giving off this burning kind of radiance from them, like actual smoke, not
Uh,
fog smoke.
and how does Vestara feel about this? Like,
Uh,
like what sense of the situation?
roll me insight.
Right, I will.
While she's rolling, it seems like luck and inspo are not purchasable.
Oh, dang. Who would want those things?
Word for word, joke's on you. This person normally buffs you.
Oh, let me get that up right away.
Bird
Thank you,
was
Penny
right.
Rat, for pointing out that it was not turned on.
Hmm. Also, why can't I roll?
Is D&D Beyond being slow?
But she was rolling. It was showing up.
Oh,
It was? Did
Yeah.
I do it?
Yeah.
I
I'm
can
not
check the
sure.
log.
I'm not seeing when I'm doing it.
Yeah. I mean, it was there.
Okay.
I see the perception.
Oh, you can? Okay. Did I just roll again? No, or maybe I do that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. There you rolled again.
Well, I see that one. Do you have insight roll?
Here, let me try that. But the weird thing is,
There we go.
I'm not.
19.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're not seeing them?
I'm it's got it. It's good.
Okay. With just keeps rolling. I don't see my rolls.
She's just spamming the roll button.
She'll keep rolling and then she'll get the natural 20 and be like, oh, I see it.
It showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at that log and that 14 perception check with me testing my roll.
Okay, so with the 19, you're giving off a sense of someone that, again, recently has departed, and as you look at them, their features shock you initially because you recognize this person. And they look like Maul, except a little bit older, a little bit more haggard, a little more aged Maul, if you had to guess.
Oh my goodness.
Is that Maul?
Hey. I mean, it doesn't look like you're okay, but are you okay?
No, I'm dead, but here we are.
Well, did you die in the whole tumbly thing?
The fall, is that what you're speaking of?
Yeah.
No, a little bit more recent.
Well, tell me the story.
Being a champion for as long as I have been, things were different. But
Wait. So are you Maul from another timeline?
I am not Maul. I am his brother, or was his brother.
Oh, what's your name?
I can't remember.
Oh, that's the worst. Usually that's a phase, the first, several hours to days after deceasing.
How do you know him?
Oh, actually, it's a whole long story that, well, they saved my life. So I went along with them, and it was just an adventure after an adventure after an adventure.
So you've gotten to travel with him.
Yeah. I mean, yes, we have a few times.
Did you enjoy his company?
I did.
Well, he did as he always does and showed me mercy.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But there was this redhead.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
she shot me with an arrow and I died. Well, multiple arrows. I was kind of a pincushion, if you will.
she is something else, isn't she? Really, she is. I mean, I've only met her a few times, but I really did. I think we kind of click. We have a thing. And of course I'm sorry. I'm just so proud of her. I don't mean to, laugh at your misfortune or anything, but that is my girl.
It's good that he has strong friends this time. He generally went it alone.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think that sometimes when people are just, comfortable doing things alone, they start building their life around it and it becomes, I don't know, harder to connect with others.
Would you, or are you working to see him again?
Um, to see,
The real mall.
yeah, actually, currently, I didn't even mean to come here right now. Did you have something to do with that?
I think that's a little bit out of my range of abilities.
Maybe you have the right patron or something on your side, and you just think real hard about something, and it might happen.
Hmm. I usually don't make deals with deities.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. So yeah, I I'd like to find my friends.
I think I think I can help with that.
Yeah. Well, I'll be. How do you imagine we'll get this done?
First, I'd like to stand up, and he starts to get up. And you see, um, on his body, there's various like marks from where the smoke is coming out of. Few arrow holes and things like that. But he looks at you. I sense that he's this way. And he starts to just kind of like walk into the fog in a completely random direction. So are we
Well,
gonna follow him or?
oh yeah. Yeah, let's go. Come on.
And he leads you through the fog, and it starts to like clear up a bit, and the darkness doesn't seem as heavy as it was before. As you start to see light pouring out towards you. And he stops, the Maul's brother stops just short of the light. I think he's on the other side of this.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you kindly for the transport. I do wish you well on your journey.
Yeah. Same for you. Sorry, I don't normally have a lot of conversations with living sorts. Best of luck for whatever it is that you are doing currently.
I I accept that luck. Thank you. The good. Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
and Dash kind of like looks between the two of you before slowly walking into that light void and like vanishing onto the other side.
Okay. I'm gonna go too. I'm gonna walk and apparate somewhere.
Okay. And as you walk through, um, we shift the scene. Uh, Engage's tower. Um, the rest of you are kind of not licking wounds. I mean, there were a few victories, but there is like a somber kind of presence over the whole room. Like there was an elephant that was apparated there, but nobody was talking about it. But yeah, that's kind of where y'all are at. And you're essentially waiting to hear either from Ysilde or the other goddess of like whether or not y'all succeeded, if y'all can go, that sort of thing. Is there anything that y'all would be talking about?
Who's gonna talk first?
I think Maul had the last thing he had said was he was asking that I had asked Gage what it meant, and then I had just not being really satisfied with the non-answer. I had just gone over to like one of the balconies and was just kind of hanging out.
Oh yeah.
And I think I want to try, at least in my head or mind, to reach out and I'd like to try to reach Ysilde.
Okay.
And I just want to say, Ysilde, that I'm sorry that I failed you. I'm sorry that I couldn't live up to your expectations. It wasn't who I am. And even though my life is dedicated to you, and I still will serve you in any way that I can, I just couldn't complete that task for you, and I'm sorry.
Roll me a religion check.
14.
Okay, you're out on the balcony and you kind of express those thoughts, words to the goddess. And you kind of wait for an uncomfortably long time, almost to the point that you think she might not answer or something like that. But you do feel her presence kind of wash over you. And while she doesn't manifest, she does like make her voice echo inside of your mind. And you hear her say, Maul, you are and will always be my true champion. This is just the journey, the path that you have to take currently in order to get there.
I will trust in your guidance.
And after that wash leaves, that tingle, a light kind of appears in front of you, and out pops Dashkin, your brother, but you haven't talked to him in forever. And then shortly after, Vestara also appears before the light diminishes, and they're kind of like standing there on the balcony with you. What? Where are we?
I think it's where dead people go, sort of.
There's another place?
Oh, I thought that we were in real life now. Did I miss them?
Ooh, luck to the DM. Oh, you gracious beings.
Don't appreciate that one. I almost didn't put it in the chat, but I don't want to dishonor anyone's project.
Well, this is Gage's keep castle. He's like the soul guardian, soul warden, and this is where I ended up after I fell and died.
Oh.
Gage? Question mark.
He's just in there.
Who is he?
He's the soul warden.
Oh, I mean, whenever I say a title and just happen to, throw it out there, I immediately think of the person. I don't know who that is.
Well, yeah. So I don't know how else to describe him other than he's really cool, and this is his keep, and I think he helps escort your soul to wherever it needs to go after you die.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
And I'm dead. I'm dead. But Vistar, you can talk to dead people. That's how you can talk to me.
I've been missing you. I'm sorry that you ended up here, but I'm glad we can talk.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
How's everybody else doing?
Can I touch him?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if he wants,
No,
he's
I mean,
corporeal.
He's corporeal. Thank you. Okay, well, I'm not sure. So she kind of like goes up, goes to give him a hug. Does he follow through?
He does. He does like that, like not tight hug, but just kind of yeah.
And then, so then she's gonna squeeze him in. It's good
And
to
he accepts that. And, yeah.
know if there's anything you need, you know who to talk to. I'm always here.
Okay. Well, Narissa's here, and Gil, and
Wait,
yeah.
are all y'all dead?
No, Gil's not.
Oh, okay.
But I think we're supposed to come back to life. I think. I don't know if that's happened yet, though.
Okay. Well,
I-
so wait a minute. So you're not all dead. Can Vestara see Gil or Narissa?
I would say Gauge, your balcony exit has windows to see into the fortress.
I didn't.
I gotta be able to see.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you can see that they're all like gathered inside the.
On the other side of wait, are we in the same?
Yeah, y'all are just like on the balcony of this building that's
Okay.
manifested.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, you can see they're right in there, right?
I do. So, well, let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
So after a long time, the door to the balcony opens back up, and in walks Maul, accompanied with Vestara and Dashkin.
More living.
They just how did you get? They showed up on your balcony while I was out there. I don't know how they got there.
Hi. And Vestar is gonna just run up to Narissa and Gil and like try and hug them both at the same time.
During this, at post forfeiting the right to be a god, Narissa has reappeared into this palace cathedral place and is lying on the floor, staring at the ceiling.
You
Considering
can still
her
try to
life.
hug me. I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
surprised by it and awkward, but
I know, yeah. So I think then maybe Vestar goes up to Gil and like, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's right. I forget. Sorry. Thank you.
No,
yeah,
no problem.
I'm happy to see you.
You too.
Oh my God. I heard what you did. I'm so proud of you.
As she's wearing this, like, I guess you could describe it, Miranda. How does the Ysilde armor look on you?
Well, I assume it sort of took the place of my serpent scale armor, but where like there were scales layered before, it's now like a feathery motif. right? But I like green, so it's gonna stay greenish with like hints of red in the right light, because you can't ruin my color scheme. But iridescent, pretty. But yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Proud is not the word I would use, but okay.
No? Why not? Are you
Uh,
supposed to be?
It's complicated.
Yeah, sometimes that's how things are. Most of the time, really. Or maybe it's just we make them complicated when they're actually kind of simple.
Or gods are kind of dicks.
She
That
she
too.
has she has what she has an extra duty now.
Oh, gods are dicks, yes, and extra duty. What's your extra duty? Oh, the whole get up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure exactly the insignia there, but do tell.
We did a thing where if Mal killed, or where we needed to defeat the champion, and Mal has mercy and didn't want to kill his brother, so I tried to save him from killing his brother, and then Gods or Dixon made me a champion instead.
Oh, kind of like one of those you do
Because,
the
you know,
thing, become the
what kind of
person.
good God would value mercy?
Narissa's gonna flip over onto her stomach to look up at these two and be like, I'm sorry, what did you do?
And then
Sorry, Mal.
Vestar is gonna run over and hi, hey, oh my gosh, sorry about your state, but good to see you.
Did you also die?
Oh, me? No.
Oh. Are you here to get us out?
Well, yes, that's the plan. Not quite sure exactly how yet, but we're gonna figure that out together.
I'd like to get out sooner rather than later.
All right.
No offense to what's his face, whose name I've completely forgotten, but this is not the vibe.
Engage.
Gage. No offense to Gage, but this is not the vibe.
Right. Takes a little.
Do
Wow.
you not enjoy monochrome?
No, I very much enjoy monochrome. I just have been promised life and would like to enjoy it.
I see.
But something I think that has not been mentioned yet, Vistara, is that we are allowed to return to the living if we help recruit and or kill gods. I'm not entirely sure. I must check my notes.
Oh no, this sounds like a bad deal.
Recruit gods.
Recruit the gods.
Oh, okay. Recruiting the gods. Whew. Yeah, I was gonna say killing gods. I don't know that I wouldn't want anything to do with that, but okay, so recruiting for what?
Um, Great question.
To essentially fight
They
whatever.
want us to find the gods of abandon, and Stack's gonna read the rest.
Find the gods of abandon, convince them to help you stop whatever the Truvant will bring on the other side of the great door that the Soul Warden Gage keeps locked.
Great.
Truvant is the god of deviation of devastation and chaos.
Well, devastation, chaos is Dulgar, but
Yeah,
Dulgar
right.
sounds familiar to Vestara because of
So
patron things.
I've
So wait, we're okay. Okay, so we're gonna have to Do what was it that you said?
Recruit the gods.
Yeah, recruit the gods.
And you're looking for a dual gar.
Among others.
Just as many as we could get.
And okay, so what happens if we do recruit these gods to
Achordia will persist.
okay.
We will
That's a
avoid
positive.
destruction.
Again.
I think that's a net positive.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just curious of
But that that wasn't part of that wasn't a condition of my return to the living. Mine was different.
oh,
I was
Excuse me. I forgot that you were special.
just different. But I'm gonna help you now that I think I'm back to the living. But I mean I don't feel any different. Of course, I didn't feel any different when I went from the living to the dead either. So it's really hard to tell.
Can Vestara kind of get a sense about it, like kind of go up to him and sense if he's back to
Yeah, roll a either medium or nature check.
Okie, I'm rolling a medium check.
While she's rolling, Stronghold D&D, can you please tell us who you'd like to inspire since you spent the bits on us? Please and thank you.
Can I so hold on a second.
Is Valmer still here?
It's who?
Okay,
Grove puppy.
He kind of comes and goes, but he's in his in between.
okay. Vestara wants to use her pact boon to re-roll or to add a d4 to that 13.
Okay. Go ahead and add it.
I actually am not quite sure how to roll just the d4.
So do you have your character sheet like pulled up? In the bottom left, is there like a dice icon?
It's not. That's why I've been like, I don't think it's happening this whole time.
Go to Google and say roll D4.
Okay.
And it'll roll one.
I just
Or roll a one.
roll that beautiful d4 footage.
They're usually like purple too, I think, on Google.
Okay.
Or as my students call it, le Google.
The Google. Okay.
As all that's happening, I would want to be playing on my lute.
3.
And as something happens, as you roll that, I'm going to give you Bardic Inspiration if you want to roll a D8.
Ooh, a D8.
Oh, yes, I do want to do that. No. Okay. So that would be 3. Do I still get that one?
Yeah, you get the 3, and then whatever you roll on the
3 more actually from the D.
So 6 to the
13.
13. Yeah, wait, 19. You definitely, in fact, feel that Maul is now of the living.
Well, Maul, honey, I got great news for you. I think you actually are on the other side of this. Maybe you can just now. Yeah, you feel real, alive.
Awesome. Well, that's great news. I mean, I never doubted that Yusule would follow through, but I just didn't know when it would happen. It's good to know that now I am. Well, let's figure out what we got to do to help Narissa and Shade and recruit the gods. Let's do this.
So then Narissa's thing is recruiting gods, and then, or is that both Gil?
Isn't that all of ours? That it's all of our responsibility in order to leave. It's not just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought. Well, I didn't know what your job was that you had to do in order to get back to being alive.
I thought in order to leave, we had to agree to help recruit gods.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. So then,
Well, I
Are we
wasn't
gonna-
privy to your arrangement.
we're gonna go recruit some gods. Yeah.
How do we find them?
Well, I mean, I might know a guy for at least one of them, but
Gage.
Gage?
Gage.
Gage.
The Soul Speaker's patron should be able to aid us.
Soul Speaker.
I think that's you.
It is you.
It's you.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, I definitely know that a guy. I could talk to him.
Wait, did you say patron?
Well,
Gage?
I mean, I didn't say anything, but
But Gage said you have a patron. What does that mean?
it's just, I don't know. It's like a thing that happened when I was a kid, and I'm just, you know, I have magic. You know
But it's
that, right?
not your own.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's not your own.
what was that, Shade?
I guess that
It's not her own magic.
Oh, it's not her own.
I mean,
It's-
that depends on what you consider not being your own. I mean, for all intents and purposes, while I'm alive here on this planet or wherever we are in this form, it is mine to do with what I wish.
Unless your god decides to revoke that privilege from you.
Mhm.
My magic doesn't go anywhere if someone's mad at me.
Okay, well, I hope that you just feel good about yourself for that.
I'm special.
I miss Narissa.
Around this time, perception checks from everyone.
I use my passive. It's 23.
No, you gotta roll.
19.
Perception is D20.
Dirty 20.
25.
25.
God.
It's like,
Almost.
oh, I rolled so
Everyone's so
high.
perceptive.
19.
19.
Oh, wow. That's embarrassing. I guess it's probably because
You got flustered.
She was freaking out or something.
So,
You know my secret.
at that time, directly behind Narissa manifest the two guides from both Ysilde and Sin, kind of standing there in like the Shining fashion.
No, sir.
What? But yeah, they both look at you and their voices echo in unison, even though from two pitched differences between the both of them. Anyways, the goddesses have decided to send you back. All of you.
Are not the
But-
gods of abandon here?
No.
Does all of us include Shade? Savage? Who? My God, what is
Gage!
Gage. G-A-D-E. I made it a very short and simple name for a reason.
Yeah, but it's not on the screen. That's why.
Yes, we can see the rest of them on screen.
Gage?
Yes. The Soul Warden will be accompanying you.
Well, I'm glad you get to come hang out with us a little longer, Gage.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Gage. Commit that one to memory.
Are you going to split your consciousness again and leave one of yourselves here?
That would seem the wise precaution.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
that's an interesting
Yeah.
hobby trick.
He.
Oh.
The entire thing with Maul and his brother, and then Narissa and I talking to gods, he split himself into two.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Also, by the way, Vestara, this is Shade and Gage. Shade and Gage. This is Vestara and Dash. Sorry,
Always
Dash.
get forgotten about.
Listen, you're not a real boy. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm a real boy.
Yeah,
And I'm aware of Dash's everything, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, Shade. This is the child that is not really a child.
First of all, we're the same age, so unless you are in fact a child, I am not a child.
I would like to think that I am at least 2 years older than you.
Well, that's not how math works.
I don't remember my own backstory. I can't verify.
Hold on. So I'm gonna change into the child. It's like, okay, you seeing me being you? How old do you think you are here? Like, do you look young? Do you look old?
I mean,
No.
I've been through some things, but like, it's age appropriate.
Because like right now I'm you.
Mm-hmm.
Same clothes, same everything.
Neat party trick.
He's real cool.
As you do with the things.
Are we really going to be comparing ages?
Yes, we know you're old as fuck.
Oh no! I am
I
20.
believe we have
2
better
0.
things to do.
I'm gonna try to gauge the age of Gage. All right. Never mind.
Almost did a spit take. Thank you.
But I mean, he looks like he's in his 20s, right?
Mhm.
Dash. Yeah.
Isn't he 19?
I am 20 years old.
It's all right, and don't worry.
That's how you know. How old would I be? Hold on. I'm never changing, so it doesn't really matter.
That's why I was illegally stealing drinks from the what's it called? Oh, I know this. So many districts, so little time. Calistone district. 'Cause I'm just 1 year short.
Are you telling me the drinking age in this?
Is 21 in Achordia? God.
Only in the black
miserable.
market districts.
I make myself look a year older as him.
It's higher in the black market.
I was gonna say, so it's higher outside of the.
No, it's lower if you go to the lower districts.
Oh. Okay.
The lower you
You know,
go,
they
the
would
less
enforce any drinking age
you know
rules
what's
in the black
hilarious?
market
rules.
district.
What's up?
I'm younger than Dash.
Hold on. I actually don't know how old.
Narissa is 19, and now is the time that you get to find out that is why she's a pain in the ass. Because 19-year-olds are the fucking worst. Full offense.
I
Are they
was
worse than,
an
like,
angel.
12-year-olds.
Yes, they're worse than 12-year-olds. So somebody who works
Okay.
with 12-year-olds on a daily
Fair enough.
basis.
Judgy.
Fair enough.
Stacks. How long have changelings been around?
Since the spark, so 100 years, give or take.
Okay. So I'm old as fuck.
Not to speed up your conversations, but will you all be leaving now?
Yes, I think that sounds like a good idea.
Do we get another full, long rest before we leave?
Once you get here and return to the material plane, you'll be able to rest as normal.
You know, can we just automatically get rested while we're here before we leave? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just
I
like
don't.
It's,
I
it's,
don't.
it's a time difference. There's a time difference. I think we should.
Fact,
be
you're
pretty-
trying to kill us actively. I don't trust that you're gonna
I
let us have
believe
long
you
rest
all
if we get
tried
to
that
material
before
plane.
and got a boon from the previous goddesses that felt sorry for you, and they gave you some type of rest. But
Okay,
in
you
this
see, right now
particular
you're giving
case,
a lot of attitude. You're giving a lot of
Clearly
attitude.
stated that
Ain't
15
gotta
minutes
go
in this
home.
realm was the equivalent of a long rest.
you all
We
can...
will have to rest when we get there either way.
Yeah,
Planar
it's
travel is hell.
Sounds likely.
They just think I'm gonna throw them down a freaking mine chute or something. Jeez.
You will.
You
What is
crashed over an
what is
entire
my
floating city
reputation
to the
as a
ground.
DM? That was
Sends us back
Narissa.
right to- under the city while it's falling.
That was Narissa
It was
casting
100% me. I was gonna say, how
Dispel
dare you,
magic.
Yeah, we'll go. Okay.
Did
We'll
I
go.
do
Set you up.
that?
Just go with it.
I'll take a short rest.
But we have to like skedaddle and then we can.
All right.
I just was. I just think that having a little siesta wouldn't hurt anyone before we ventured back into a realm where a city is falling on top of a country.
You will
Or the other
not
way
be
around?
returning to the present moment. You will be returning to a point where you can change the fate of Achordia.
Oh, you mean we're
Oh,
going back
cool.
in like before that happened?
Yes. I hope you all are ready.
So this is
Oh, what should we have? What should we do? How we gonna get ready for that? I don't.
For the record, this one got a new set of armor, and I got nothing. So I'm not feeling ready for this.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know where we
If I could give the armor to you, I would, but it
How
just
many-
keeps coming back.
How many
Okay.
pocket dimension shopping episodes is in this?
Hold on.
Boutique? Boutique? I think
Okay.
we're going to the boutique.
Okay. So, as Narissa says that, I'm gonna take off this cloak, and it's changing. I'm gonna give it to her. It is a cloak of elven kind.
Oh my gosh.
Jade.
So now you get advantage on stealth rolls.
But do I have to attune to it? Because if I do, I'm still fucked because we don't get a long rest.
You don't need to attune to it for
Great,
a long
wonderful.
rest.
Thank you, Shade. You're wonderful.
Are you?
You tune
You've
to
done
it
more
over
for
an
me
hour.
right now than any
Yeah, it's
dog
an hour.
has.
It's just an hour. I don't know why you're saying a long rest.
It's just a short rest.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give Stax a hard time because
I
he's
know.
not going to give us any long rests for the rest of the campaign.
Just like, no.
There you go.
7 points of exhaustion.
Oh, thanks, Miranda. Luck for you,
Spoilers?
DM luck.
I still have mine.
You'll need it. So is anybody doing anything?
I'm putting on this cloak.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Gage to lead the way out of this
Gage is ready to go.
place.
If he knows how to go, he goes. He brings everyone with him.
Okay.
Can all this
We
just be a
all
short
hold
rest?
hands and cross the pearly gate.
I feel like Vestara would be down with that.
So where the two girls stood now is a manifestation of light similar to what Vestara and Dash saw before, and Maul technically. As they fade out, the light kind of like engulfs the room entirely until everything is covered in it. And that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Made it out of the afterlife.
Made it out.
Made it through the afterlife.
Yeah,
You know we made it through.
I was fully expecting to say
Didn't
that.
know how dead we
Gage.
were until we found you.
But you have your soul back.
I know.
Okay. So we'll be back in like 5-ish minutes. Go get some then to drink because I'm low on coffee. And that's the only thing that keeps me from killing the party. So be back shortly. Welcome back. So as our heroes jump through the portal to their imminent death,
Ah,
As heroes.
ah.
I grant myself flying.
Spoiler.
um,
I do rope trick.
she
Sorry.
probably could tap into some sorcery line and find that spell. But Maul, roll me a
A D1,
a survival check.
a survival check. What is my survival? +6. That's gonna be all right. 18.
Cinder, which you had left behind, but I think Shade might have took. I don't know. Cinder,
I have it.
the dagger or the rapier, starts to hum on your person, like noticeably.
Ooh.
Oh. Does
Okay,
anybody else notice or just
I will. I'll pull it. I'll draw the rapier, and something's going on. Cinder here's a. I don't know what it means.
And as Maul
I'll
says
start
that
looking
to
around.
the party, as y'all are being thrusted back to the living, he vanishes.
I vanished.
Yeah, you and Cinder.
Counter
just-
spell. Counter
Disappear.
spell.
I just renamed the group chat the No Longer Split Party.
I saw that notification. That was great.
Oh my gosh.
too soon?
Maul, you're shunted into a pocket dimensional space. And you're just kind of floating there, and Cinder's in front of you. And from it, this purplish black fog kind of erupts out of it. And before you is your brother. Maul.
And what do I call you?
Took me a minute, but I've remembered my name. No thanks to, again, the redhead that's in your party.
Well, her name is Gil, and
Well, Gil is not my name. My name is Lev.
Lev.
Yeah. And I have the little umlaut over the E, like you do. Because why not?
Precisely.
I figured I'm not going to depart just so quickly. I would like to accompany you, if you'll have me, on your journeys. I will stay within Cinder,
Okay.
and we'll fight together.
I gladly welcome you. I'm glad to have you along. I wish you were by my side as opposed to inside of Cinder, though.
Who knows, if you accomplish this unaccomplishable task, maybe I will be. Maybe a lot of things will change.
Do you have any advice?
Don't die.
Solid.
Okay. Well, I
Good advice,
mean,
good advice,
I mean
good advice.
you mean don't die again?
Yes, I wouldn't want to know what would happen if we both die. Well, if you die with me as Cinder in close proximity.
We would just both be stuck inside Cinder.
No, I think we
Or
would
wait.
just destroy the world. But that's neither here nor there. Just don't die.
All right. I'll have to remember that. So, what was it like being her champion like that?
Everything that you could have hoped or dreamed it would be, but more. There's a a passion that happens when you fight as her champion. Beings aren't quite just creatures you fail, but something for a much greater cause. But, be sure not to get on the bad side of Gil, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. She has very good accuracy.
Yeah. I've been, ever since we met Gil, I've been fond of her. I think she's a wonderful companion, and she's been a great assistance to, our party since she's joined us.
It seems that you have a lot of good people around you.
I think so. And like you say, maybe at some point you'll be able to join us outside of the sword too.
Yeah, but if you ever get bored or you got some extra time, you can come visit. Maybe like once a day.
Okay.
Don't want you getting attached.
Oh, I'll be fine. I'm sure I'll have to come to you for advice in certain situations from time to time. But I appreciate that, and thank you for letting me know.
Good luck, Maul.
Thank you.
And you're shunted out of that space and back into the cascading force of y'all being thrusted back to the land of the living. And as that light starts to dim, you all find yourselves intact, fully rested from a long rest.
Thank you.
Wow.
Our last one.
A last one for the rest of the campaign.
I have read your rule stacks. There is no chance in hell we are getting another long rest for at least 5 episodes. Y'all think I'm being dramatic. Wait till you watch the future.
Oh gosh. You find yourselves manifested in the starlight's dawn, but much sooner than you last all were there. You walk in and it's pretty busy, and you see different elves kind of moving about. And the barkeep kind of like looks over at you as y'all sort of manifest in there. Oh, gods.
Vestara.
Oh, Vestara. You and your friends. Would you like drinks? On the house, of course. I think we still owe you.
Oh, well, we'd love that. Thank you, sweetie.
Everyone except for him.
Who are you pointing at?
At the child. Not child.
Oh!
Um,
As y'all look around,
Of course he
Gage,
is.
you look different. Younger.
He's a child now.
Younger. Your armor doesn't quite fit the same. And you do look different. You still are a Moon Ganassi, but not as fully aged as you had been as a Soul Warden. And for some reason,
You feel weaker.
You've got blue hair.
You suddenly feel like you're level 6.
your mind isn't quite so heavy.
Oh no.
Oh,
I mean, that's good for Gage. I'm just like, oh, there was so much stuff I was going to do with that.
It feels like it's just you up in there, which is new because you don't know what you up in there feels like. We're gonna transition to the next conversation because I'm not gonna go on that anymore.
Can you engage Janet?
how about this? Oh, sorry.
Am
go
I
ahead.
still fully monochromatic?
So moon ganasis do have kind of like a moonlight glow to them, but they're not like fully monochromatic. So if there are slight changes that would happen to a younger gauge that you could think of, then by all means.
I think the black and white is all richer. There's a subtle color to it, but he looks
Does he
monochromatic.
glow a little bit? Like,
Yeah, moon ganassi glow.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a moon glow from his skin.
love it.
And
he looks a little overwhelmed because there's color everywhere.
Dash still looks like he is upset that y'all are looking at him like he's a child.
He's not the drinking age yet.
Neither is she. He points at Narissa.
Says who?
Says me.
Yeah, but
I'm
she's
25.
cool.
Oh, you're 25.
Inside check.
Pinky promise.
Roll that
Pinky
insight
promise
check.
goes over insight check because you can't break a pinky promise.
You are a child if you're making me do a pinky promise.
Well, I would do a pinky promise with a child if it was a child. So here we are.
I really love that we're arguing over her being a child with her giant mini goth Minnie Mouse though. It's kind of perfect.
23 on the insight.
you got a 23?
Yeah.
Oh, you for sure know that she is lying.
Can I gauge how old she is? Before we continue this. Just a little side conversation. Also, as I'm having this conversation, I'm also looking at Gage, seeing him like a little overwhelmed.
And oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna, because you said the armor doesn't fit him as well as it did before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to help him like tighten it up a little bit. Like, hey, everything okay? What's
Get
happening?
yourself together.
What's happening, Gage? You okay?
Place is bright.
Oh yeah, you're used to monochrome. Yeah, this is a normal thing here.
When was the last time you left your domain?
You
Never.
never have. And he just recently discovered he also has a soul, so.
Wild. So we're the ones taking you on your first field trip. This is not a great experience for
You're
you.
still
I
feeling-
already tell you.
Luck to Brent. Inspo to me from the
No.
text.
Are your
I'd like
heads?
to ask for 2 whiskeys and just hand one to Gage and tell him, you need this.
Oh, this will be his first time drinking whiskey.
Are your heads always this empty?
I wish.
Yeah, you mean a single mind and not everything? A world is all world.
Quiet.
Yeah. Sometimes those thoughts being alone will overwhelm you, but it's okay.
Yeah,
What
it
is
makes it really
this?
hard to drown out your own thoughts. It's whiskey. It'll burn, but then you'll feel better.
He drinks it.
Gage, how does whiskey taste for you for the first time ever in your many years of existence?
How often do I actually? Do I eat before?
Mm-hmm.
I think he has to sit down suddenly.
Oh, yikes.
And he's,
And among all the hubbubaloo, Vestara changes her outfit while no one's looking at her.
Is there a Felcrestian equivalent of bar peanuts that we can hand to Gage?
Oh yeah, just like on the counter, and you just grab them.
Yeah.
Oh. How do I look? Because I wouldn't be shade right now. Would I go back to looking like Caspian or
So unless you consciously changed your appearance to Caspian, then you would have appeared as Shade, because when you entered into Gage's place, it kind of removed your defaults. Unless you're still looking like Dash, then there's 2 dashes in the room.
I'll stay as Dash.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's 2 dashes.
So neither of them get to
So
drink.
he's old enough to drink, but I'm not old enough to drink.
Yes. Haven't you heard that
I'm just going to
tieflings
go
are
steal
immortal?
it.
He's He's old.
I'm gonna get
You're
a
old.
drink and hand it to Dash.
Ah,
Thank you.
Thank.
And the star is gonna kind of make a comment, like, kind of within earshot of Gil, just she'll learn to stop going in that direction soon. For pretending to be older than you are.
Yep.
You don't know how old I am.
You don't know
As
how
far
old
as
I
you know,
am.
I'm a little girl with horns or an old lady with horns that doesn't have very many wrinkles. She's not that old.
Asen, the bartender.
Tell by your hooves, don't you?
Number of rings on her boobs. On her shoulder.
She also doesn't have. She actually doesn't have horns. They're like little baby nubbins sticking out of the top of her
Little
head.
nubby
So
nubs?
she's not helping her case of looking.
No, we think you're tiny and your little
You-
nubbins show it.
Yeah, you think that I am human with weird scar tissue.
I don't know that I think that.
So you all get drinks. You all find a table. But yeah, the place seems busy. No one's like any the wiser.
Hey,
Asks.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Dash. So you existed in this timeline before, and in this, you're older now than you existed in this. Well, I think we all are. I'm a little confused. Would the Baron still be the Baron?
Oh, probably. I think we need to find out when we are.
Right.
That sounds about right.
How long? do you
I was
have?
about to sidle up to the what is the bartender's name or the owner's name? The Star's friend?
Asen, you probably would know him
Yeah.
just from coming up to Black Market District from time to time. He's I believe, wood elf.
Oh yeah, I know
And,
him. We all know each other.
Yeah, that's how that goes. All wood elves know each other. It's headcanon now. But yeah, he's the owner of the Starlight's Dawn, and you...
Yeah, I think we've interacted before.
Yeah.
Even in this. I just want to be like, can you? It's been a long week. Can you remind me what day is today?
It's the day before the moonlight ceremony. So
That's
things
right,
are a
that's
little bit
tomorrow.
busy.
Thank you. Yeah, much appreciated.
Now, to track where the moonlight ceremony is to everybody's brain canon, it would be relatively 3 months before the beginning of the campaign. So, like, 3 months, because the beginning of the campaign only, like, 2 days happened, and it was, like, 16 episodes. So, 3 months ago.
Oh, wow.
We just know that as we appear in the bar.
I mean, I'm gonna walk up and convey that to all y'all. That
Okay.
yeah.
Y'all.
Oh no.
Sorry, it's
Look.
effective. Yes, I tell them that. Hey, so was it Moonlight Festival, Moon Lantern Festival?
Moonlight.
Yeah, the festival's tomorrow. So, yeah. It's the day before.
It's the day before the festival, so we've gone back a little longer than I think any of us anticipated.
I guess that means there's a lot to undo.
Yeah. So, where do we start?
Oh boy.
Oh, that means my brother's alive.
Congratulations.
You have a brother?
I think this came up.
I mean, I don't know if she's told everybody, but yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I mean, Beth Star didn't know that.
I think she did because she went into my head and I got a little pissy about it.
Oh,
Or like contacted him. Yeah.
wasn't
That
she?
that makes one of us who has a brother that's alive, Gil.
Wow.
Oh, Wow.
I mean,
so
technically, Dash is Maul's brother by proximity, but he's just turning that arrow even further.
Wouldn't your brother now be alive?
God, I'm so
Because
sorry.
we have not killed
It's
him
okay.
yet.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
You
I
did
get it though.
you did the right thing.
It was you or him, and God.
Question. What would I be doing in this time?
I would say between any of the 3 districts, by being a changeling, you probably would have multiple different personas depending on which district you're in to
Okay.
fit your needs. But by the rhythm of the Asmithy rapier, you don't remember any of your shady
Exactly.
emo things that you would have been doing. So all your little normal sulk places, furthest from your mind.
Okay, well, there's still other things that isn't just that. So
Are you sure?
yes.
Okay.
So,
I get it. I'm a bard
Like
of
Slade.
whispers, but like we're good.
I mean, there has to be a reason that they put us back at this particular point in time, as opposed to any other.
Perhaps a god is present for the festival.
What were we all originally doing at this time? Like,
Roll
Anyone remember?
history checks.
Yeah, I love this because I want to find out. I was probably luxuriating in a bathtub or something. Let's see.
Natural 20 for a 23.
Wait, what were we? What kind of check?
Shade, you have disadvantage.
Fuck you.
what does inspiration do that we get from the chat again?
Inspiration's extra d6.
Okay.
Not to be
Damn.
confused with
Did you
DM.
give me
Yeah,
luck?
I'm gonna use my DM inspiration that's
Okay.
been chilling here for ages because that was not a good
DM
one.
inspiration is a free reroll.
Yeah.
22. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Not a
Do I have-
natural, but
Do I
like, hey,
have
you know.
inspo here?
13.
If I go back far enough in time, can I go back to a previous episode where I had inspo and didn't use it so I can use it now?
Accurate. I got 17.
Okay.
Well, did I ever have inspo? I'm curious. Did you give me something with luck?
What?
I don't know. I don't even know. Okay, well, I got a 10.
I mean, it makes sense. So, Vestar, you're a very well sought after medium within any of the areas. So, depending, you might have had like a bunch of different things that you were doing the day before the Moonlight Festival, but in this particular case, it's not where y'all are at this point in time. You're not putting together the trail of like what you would be doing. But you do remember for the festival, you did have an important medium check with someone in the upper airway districts. So you might have been preparing for it today, which is why it's not like ringing any bells.
Okay, preparing for a medium gig.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question.
With yours, Shade. Oh, what's the question?
So we got sent back here. Are we here ourselves, or are there other versions of ourselves here too?
You don't know yet.
Game theory,
I feel
everything.
confident that I am not also here.
Dungeon
Yeah.
mechanics. Multiverse of madness.
Oh, yeah.
Multiverse.
Shade with your 22.
It was 22. Yeah, 19 plus. Yeah, 22.
You remember that this particular day you were in the probably the lower districts, meeting with somebody about day before the Moonlight Center, meeting with somebody about a particular item that was going to be sold at the Moonlight Festival.
Hmm.
And you're kind of getting details on that, whether you were going to procure it, replicate it, or something up your alley. to help your client that you were tasked with. Who's next?
13?
13. So you would know what you were doing tomorrow on the Moonlight Festival day, but today probably would just been hanging out with the members of your grove at the ranger camp that y'all have.
So what would the plans for tomorrow have been? I assume some mission or something?
You were having to meet with the guild master, what's her name? I'm completely prepared. Where is she?
It is somewhere in the Discord. Ugh.
I know, Vanya. You have to meet Vanya on the Moonlight Festival day. What did Maul roll? What did she have to?
I rolled an 8 the first time, and the second time, because I used my inspiration from Stronghold.
Oh, nice.
I mean, not inspiration, but my luck point. And I rolled a 19, so plus 2 is 21.
Going back. You would remember that you were trying to find some type of transportation or way to get to where you are now, which is the Black Market District. For the most part, you were down in the... I just want to say it so that it registers. The Underground District. Thank you. I was like, it's not the lower district. You were in the Underground District, and essentially you were doing odds and end jobs to try and get either enough money to make a new start when you got up to the Black Market District, but that's what you would have been doing right before the festival. And Narissa?
17.
Sadly, you weren't making bread, but you were making potions.
Bread
for
was never a
a
part
particular
of the job
client, and it's important because it was a client from the upper airway districts that you normally don't get people from up there coming down to like the lower districts, lower than them, to order stuff, because they usually have people that can procure it. But someone from the upper airway district came to your shop specifically because they knew you handled in making, off the record potions, and they were wanting one that was going to be used during the Moonlight Festival to aid them in whatever they were doing. Is that everybody? Did I miss? So, Gage, Soul Warden, you probably would have been looking out at your balcony at all the
Soul wardening.
aimless
Wardening
moon monochromatic things.
There were probably no major incursions that day.
Oh my gosh. Anything else?
Oh, Vistara, your grandma aunt. What was her relation to you?
Ooh, Auntie
Someone.
Cal.
Auntie Cal. She's cool now, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm actually probably with her right now. So what happens if we run into the other one of us? Like,
We don't know if there is another one of us or if we took their place. Maybe we should go to where one of us would have been to find out.
We should go to Narissa's bakery.
Stop it! I mean, it is in the Black Market District, so it is the closest.
My shop's not that far away, but you will be disappointed. It's not a bakery.
Well, if we find that out, then I promise I will stop saying.
If you find, I'm telling you, I ran a trinkets and magic shop.
Could this
Narissa,
be?
You're really good at lying to me.
I was about to say, is this like Cry Wolf? You've lied so many things about certain stuff that they're like, yeah, obviously you
This is
have
the
a
one thing
bakery.
she has been telling the truth about the entire time.
I mean, mean, if any of your trinkets or magic things can get you baked, then it is a
Now is
bakery.
the time to tell you, Maul, that I actually am gluten intolerant, and it's been really insensitive of you to assume that I. Just kidding.
Well, they do have gluten-free.
Oh, she's lying.
She's like,
Oh,
there's,
she's
Well, you're
like,
magic, so I'm
this
sure
isn't
you
helping.
can work that out.
there's no such thing as gluten intolerance.
Yeah, not in D&D, because if I have to have a gluten intolerant character in D&D and in real life, ma'am.
Heroic
Well,
digestion.
well, you know what? Maybe we should you should stay sort of hidden, and the rest of us can look and see if we can see you. Because if your other self actually is there and it saw you, I think.
Hey, and wouldn't you know that cloak that you have now helps you? So.
It does. Thank you so much,
Oh
Shane.
wait, what?
Favorite person. Put on. Try to find me now.
Where'd you go?
And so whenever you put that on, you see that you start the cloak kind of blends in a little bit more to the background and stuff. You basically have advantage with stealth checks. So.
Look how fancy I am. We could go to my shop. You said we're 3 months in the past.
Yeah.
My shop is trinkets and oddities and cutesy little love charms. But I did sell things out of the back, so we could go look and see what's going on.
So is this our chance to for a do-over and
Yes.
try? Yeah, I mean, I know that's what it is, but we don't have to kill the Baron's men and then be on the run and then, all of those mistakes that we made in the past that kind of caught up to us.
Do we know?
I feel like we need to find us some gods so that they're on our side before we confront the family and fuck everything up.
So.
Well, yeah, of course, but
I don't think we're supposed to say that.
Wait, that wasn't. I think that was meta.
No. That's Dash saying, I think, things about people that are related to each other, we maybe should sidestep, because I don't want my sister coming for me again.
Yes,
Right,
I think we need to avoid saying certain things.
Sorry.
Oh, no. This is good because I
No,
think Shade and Gage don't know about the family. Well, Gage does, but Shade
How
does.
dare you say it after you just reprimanded Gil for saying it?
I think that it's so meta. It's not even.
Okay, so
we should just.
I currently myself, the other me, is procuring something for tomorrow. So that's in the lower district. I could try to go find out, or
We'll just stick together.
Yeah.
do I have an
We
inkling
really
of
just
what it
need to
may be?
confirm with one
But
person,
we're-
and it sounds like it's easier to confirm with Narissa than.
Yep, I agree.
Narissa, and then what's her name? Vestara is gonna reach over. So Narissa, did you say you sell stuff out of the back there?
I mean, yeah, it's a store.
Okay. Do
Shop?
you carry wine?
Oh, alcohol? There's definitely alcohol in the back. Yes, we can get you some wine.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Are we almost there?
We
Oh,
haven't
are we
left.
walking now?
No, we haven't left.
Oh, I thought we were
We're
walking.
walking and talking.
So-
Now we're walking and talking.
We've mastered the Sorkin.
So, Narissa, you're going back to your shop as you, but what if you are there and we find out that you're there? But what if you're not there and then you come in?
I think we're gonna try to keep her out of sight, but guiding us where we can find her specifically.
just-
go.
just
See
stay
it, don't
hidden.
see it.
But I
Stay-
think I think Dash's point is that maybe she's in this timeline, but just not happens to be at the store at this particular day.
I'm casting
Or that
invisibility on myself, so it's not a problem. Thank you so much.
I
Invisible.
I understand your
Oh.
curiosity, but we
You
should
know-
focus on finding the gods. Whether or not you are here is irrelevant.
I think
You
we're
are
just
going
trying
to do what you are going to do.
Paradoxes are very relevant. What if
I
we
think
fuck
we're
up
just-
the whole universe by encountering ourselves?
I think we're just
What
trying
if we fuck up the whole universe by not reaching the gods in time?
What if we fucked up the whole last universe by encountering ourselves that time? What if
Gage,
we're in
Gage,
the same? Oh no.
I understand your position, Gage, and I understand the seriousness of your demeanor. But this is a minor thing. Oh, it's just around the corner, and we can just check it out. And plus, I wanted to get some bread.
Unless, Gage, you know the answer and can just tell us.
I have not time traveled before.
So y'all
It
head
is time.
Okay,
to
we're walking and talking for real
Narissa's
now.
shop.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll cast invisibility when we get like a couple of blocks away.
So it's like
just
the
to say-
freshest,
Yeah.
like the bread that's baking in the back.
Yes, like the bread that's baking in my bakery.
Best Star is going to transform herself physically into kind of like a human, but kind of like androgynous, kind of medium hair length person wearing kind of like workers' clothes.
Okay. And as y'all get close enough, you enter the area, you see Narissa's shop. Well, you see a shop. Narissa, does your shop have a particular name?
I never wrote that.
Making the lore as we go.
It's called Bread in the Back.
Bread basket.
Oh my god.
On the spot.
I was gonna call it Narissa's Knickknacks, but she wasn't going by that name. So it's
This is
That's cute though.
Wait, is it in your character sheet? I gotta check.
it's not. No,
It's not.
I
You've never.
created a shop for myself and did not even. Yeah,
Because it was destroyed.
it was destroyed. So there was like no. Yeah. Is it too on the nose to call it the Spelljammer?
No.
No, we're not calling it that. I'm gonna call it. Magic isn't allowed though, right?
You have to have permits.
Oh, that's right.
So you have to have permits that dictate which type of magic
We're gonna
you're
call
using.
it the Crystal Ball.
The crystal
and
ball.
It's cute and it's kitschy, and you walk in and you're like, oh my god, look at these cute little trinkets, and you absolutely, it's like rabbit's feet and like crystal balls that you're like, cool, yeah, I'm sure that works. And
That's
palm
cute.
reading, like it looks like fake, like we do tarot reading, like kitschy. It is not.
I'm gonna walk up to the counter at the front, and I'm gonna say I would like a loaf of like a sandwich loaf, a crusty sandwich loaf.
As you do, a young elvish woman looks at you. She has like white hair, kind of like pulled back and braided into a neat braid that she like addresses on the front side of her. She looks up at you. Sir, this isn't a bakery.
But I have heard that y'all have the best bread. Don't tell me you don't have good bread back there.
I mean, sometimes I bring a sandwich in for lunch, but nothing. We
Why
have
aren't you-
trinkets.
I know, like, maybe it's only insiders can get the bread, the special bread.
I can ask. I can ask if we have bread. This isn't like code for something, is it?
I just want some really good bread. I heard that y'all have the best bread.
Okay, just wait here, and I'll be back momentarily.
Thank you.
And she
Yes,
kind of
he's a
like goes into the back.
Narissa's gonna kick him in the shin.
You lose your invisibility because you.
Imagine.
That'd be hilarious.
She comes back a few moments later. Okay, that's weird. I was going to go ask someone about bread and if bread had any other meanings for anything, but she's not back there right now. So, do you want me to leave a note?
Was she back there just a minute ago?
Yes.
And could she have gone out the back door where the bread is sold?
She could have gone out the back, but there's no bread.
So you're telling me you really don't sell bread?
No, should we start selling bread?
I heard that this place had the best baked goods.
I mean,
I don't smell any food.
I do like to bake. Maybe I can make some loaves and bring them in sometime.
I bet that's what you should do.
This poor employee that I have hired deserves a raise. Is all I.
How you end up with bread?
Well, this is
It's like a
how
self-fulfilling
the bread.
prophecy. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It'll be a bakery.
So
Is there wine in the back? I heard there might be.
You all did see the crystal ball on the
okay.
lettering.
So while all this is happening, I wanted to kind of scope out like the outside, see if anyone left or anything like that, just to see like if I see Narissa anywhere out there or anything like that. While this is all like happening inside.
Roll
somebody...
investigation check.
Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak to the back.
Okay. So you pass your childhood friend Emmy, who's manning the counter.
Who can't talk.
I know.
Wild.
And you go into the back, and it's just empty.
Oh. Okay. Shade. Continue.
I got a 21.
You haven't seen anyone enter or leave, aside from like y'all entering into the front, and then.
Okay. I'm gonna go through the back.
So, invisible Narissa, you hear a kind of like door jingle. Shade, roll me a lockpick check. So add your dex modifier and your proficiency bonus to your roll.
Okay. I have no idea how to do that.
So dex
okay,
is plus
4, so
4.
19.
And then add proficiency bonus.
Which would be what?
At level 3, I think 3.
So 22.
Okay, so you work your magic and get the door open, and you enter into an empty space, but you don't know that Narissa's looking at you enter into an empty space.
What are you doing? Narissa's gonna dig for the potion that she remembers making in the like back area that's covered by a curtain, so that it looks like a back room, but when you pull back the curtain, there's like other things. And she's gonna dig for the potion that she knows that she was working on 3 months. And grabs a bottle of wine as well.
Okay.
And then she's gonna hold out the bottle of wine and be like, "Here, take this."
Oh,
Marissa. Because does it disappear the minute I pick it up?
No. You would have to cast invisibility again, so it's a floating bottle.
Okay.
Handing it to Shade, who's with me.
Me.
Shade's with me.
I take it.
But it's for you, Vistara.
I'll put that like in like my cloak. Narissa, I think we took over our spots.
I think so too.
I didn't see you out there or anything.
I'm gonna drop invisibility.
So yeah. I'm not saying that we need to take over where we were at. But I have some important things to do.
This potion I was making, what was it for?
Would have been for something to give them advantages on the Moonlight Festival day.
Yeah. Are you gonna try to sneak off? Is that what's gonna happen here, Shade?
Probably.
How much trouble are you
Oh,
in?
we're splitting the party.
I'm not in trouble. I'm trying to see because I'm supposed to be meeting somebody in the lower district
Okay.
for something for tomorrow.
I'm supposed to be making this potion that I may or may not have found. Stax hasn't told me.
Oh, no, it's not in there. Sorry.
Oh, great. I was supposed to be making a potion for somebody for the ceremony. And obviously there's a reason we've all been brought back to this point when we're all doing something.
Can I roll something to see if Narissa is who I was supposed to be meeting?
You can roll a...
Can I say history with disadvantage again?
No. Just roll a... Oh gosh, my mind is blanking. For the fact if it was... I guess
Because
history, yeah.
17.
No, definitely the first time you remember Narissa is when she fell on you in that crater back in the void. So, you don't think the client would have been Narissa. But, I mean, it could have been similar. They worked with you and they also worked with Narissa, but that would have been...
So I don't think it was you necessarily, but maybe the person that I was connected to. Because the first time I met you was when we were dead.
Yeah. Your person, did you have any information about him? We're whispering, obviously. My person was from the Airway District.
Stacks.
So you rolled pretty high initially. So, this would have been a young woman that kind of like wore cloaks, but you could tell that cloaks weren't essentially her attire to go to. And aside from like paying very well, you hadn't like met her before, but you could probably tell that she was from the upper area districts.
Okay. So I'm supposed to be meeting her in the lower, but she's from the upper. And you said you were meeting a guy?
No, great question.
It would have been a woman.
A woman. No, I'm supposed to be making a potion for someone from the Airway District who was looking for a little extra oomph for tomorrow. They had something planned. I think it's the same person.
Yeah, there's a possibility.
If you plan on going to meet this person, you're not going by yourself.
So you
Right.
hear at this time, I can check in the back for wine, but I don't think we have any. But if we do, it wouldn't be in our trinket shop of trinkets. Where we sell trinkets. And she goes like to walk back to the back.
Okay, as soon as I hear her coming, I'll change myself to Caspian. Okay. I don't know if she knows that you're here. Do you want to hide? I'll just pretend.
It's fine. Emmy, were you saying that somebody needed a bottle of wine?
So Emmy comes around the corner, hears a voice, enters and like stops and looks
I had
at
to
both
pop
of
out
you.
into the back for a second. I'm so sorry. left you unattended. I know that you're more than capable of handling it yourself. I just... Yeah, sorry. This is Caspian. I pulled him in from the back. He was just picking something up, and he's leaving now.
Narissa?
Mm-hmm.
You're alive?
Seems like it.
I want to ask a question so bad.
Listen, Emmy, if one thing you've learned from me is that I can survive multiple instances of death, you've got to figure that out by now.
But
You
you
made it out of the house.
died as a child? You got in the way of them when they were trying to attack me. They slit your throat.
Oh, shit. That is not how I remember it.
I remember it very clearly.
We're gonna have to talk about that. But right now I have to go meet the client that was ordering the potion for tomorrow. Did she already pick it up?
Client? I mean, we had a client, but I mean, I'm sorry, seeing your dead childhood friend perfectly intact with no scars or any kind of memory that they died
I mean,
really just railroads your brain thoughts.
Can I hear this conversation?
they're all looking around the corner, stacked heads on top of each other.
Like, oh no, we've entered a multiverse at a different
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do.
print on our timeline.
As Caspian. Do you want to be caught up to speed? Emmy, right? That's your name.
Yes, if you have a clear way for you.
Okay, I'm gonna put my hand to her temple, cast detect thoughts, and share her the thoughts the shit that we went through.
She like stands there for a moment processing all of the things. So you died because Fellcrest fell, and now you're back.
Yes, we traveled back in time, as odd as that seems. I know. And apparently, in this universe, Nerys is dead.
Yes, very much so.
So,
To be fair, Emmy, where I came from, I didn't die. You got your throat slit, and it was a very different situation. I was wondering how you suddenly had the capabilities to speak. We're gonna have to discuss learning sign language again. It was very useful.
Sign like, the owner of this establishment, she went off a few minutes ago. She normally tells me when she's leaving, but
what's their name?
Knox?
Okay.
Emmy, I'm gonna need you to not mention that you saw me today.
That's pretty easy because
no one's gonna believe you.
Yeah, no one's going to believe me, and I don't think anyone knows really that you exist currently because I don't bring you up anymore.
You think if I went home, I could have my inheritance back?
I'm not sure. I kind of left that place and didn't turn back.
Unfortunate.
Also sorry for putting this like burden of like knowing multiverse type multi-timeline type of thing in your brain, but you know, your friend's back. So, but you don't need to mention it ever again. But yeah, just so you know, that exists now. Sorry.
I mean, it's a very weird day. There's a man asking me for bread, another woman asking me for wine, and I've seen my dead childhood friend. So,
Oh, by the way, here, give this wine to her.
thank you. Do you
And,
know them?
Unfortunately.
Right. I won't tell Nox that you came. I don't think she even knows who you are. And, oh, the client. They said they would come back tonight to pick up the potion, so if that's any help.
But it's not here.
No, Nox, I'm guessing, went to go get some other stuff to get it ready.
All right.
Okay.
Is it still a potion to increase luck?
Essentially, more or less.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I think we should go before anyone else notices that we're here.
Yes, I do like my job. I'll just... are y'all going out the back or through?
What do you...
You know what? I'm just gonna go drop off this wine, and y'all can
Yeah, you
make
do
your own
that,
decisions.
you
And
do.
she goes
Yeah,
back.
yeah, thank you.
She comes back and gives Vistara the bottle of wine.
Oh,
Sorry,
thank you.
it was just under a lot of baggage. Anything else that I can get for you all?
Do you mind telling me, do you know of a gal goes by Tatiana?
Actually, that does sound familiar. I believe, yes. She's a medium, actually, famous in the Upper Area District.
Okay, so is she alive?
Yes, very much so.
Do you know where I could find her?
Probably in the Upper Area District. She's really sought after. They say her skills are unmatched.
They do they? Yes.
Are you a fan?
Oh, yeah, I'm a fan. I'm just a normal, regular fan.
Well, yes. I mean, if you're looking for her, you can just bump into someone up there and probably find out which big event she's doing. I would imagine she's going to be at the Moonlight Festival.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Based on all these changes I'm witnessing, do I get the sense we're in a different cycle?
Maybe, but not
Not like an actual
actual like
full,
reset.
like an era. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Shade / Caspian and be like, we probably should go out the front just to make sure that our friends don't think we've ditched them. But do you want to go to the airway district?
Yes,
Okay,
let's do that.
we will do that. We come out to the front. Okay, thank you so much.
And don't forget about that bread.
They're not gonna
Yes.
sell bread. The bakery's down the street.
Emmy's gonna start baking bread. I guarantee you, this shop will become way more profitable. Or at any rate, it's a good front.
Emmy, I'm sorry. And she leaves.
It's good seeing you.
You too.
So as y'all exit out of the crystal ball, what would you all like to do?
It seems that the goddesses have cleared the way for us to pursue our own goals. We should just move on.
Maybe find somewhere private to converse.
Why?
Because we need to talk about some stuff that maybe we don't want people overhearing as we plan things.
Wouldn't them overhearing perhaps help us find the gods? Maybe they know something.
Oh, it's been a while since you've been mortal. Okay. Anyone else take this question?
Well, in our timeline that we came from, the gods don't. Well, we believe the gods to all be dead or non-existent.
Gage, the gods aren't here.
The gods are very much not here. Remember, I have atheist previous to actually seeing one
But hey,
in the eyeballs.
hey, wait a minute. They didn't send us back to our timeline because in our timeline the gods didn't exist. They sent us back to a different one, and maybe they do here.
Also, the timing of the festival suggests that perhaps a god is here to partake of the festival.
I think our best bet for finding a god is to go to the Airway District.
Oh yeah.
Is that where the festival is?
What
Are there any temples up there?
I don't fucking know.
Skill.
I've never been to a temple before, Gage. You're asking the wrong
Yes,
people.
Gil.
I would just like to know from our DM, what exactly is the Moonlight Festival? The thing we all have responsibilities for and no idea what it is?
Generally, from what y'all would know, the Moonlight Festival is kind of a remembrance of the gods. A lot of people don't typically attend it, but from what you can get the vibe of, it's the exact opposite here. Everyone's like looking forward to it.
It's an important festival.
Okay.
So by remembrance, you mean so the gods are disappeared here as well?
That's how y'all remember Moonlight Festival being.
Yeah.
But
Oh
it's
my
also
God.
like a lot
Different
more
here.
somber. Like people don't look forward to the Moonlight Festival thing
Here or in the other?
in y'all's
Whatever.
original. In this one, people look like they're looking forward to it.
So then, are there just people passing by us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vestara in the shape of her
Oh yeah,
Travel.
Adronis, yeah.
is gonna walk up to the nearest, like she scans the crowd to see if anybody looks friendly and like particularly excited about the Moonlight Festival.
There's a old man counting change in by a corner. There's a young woman kind of like anxiously looking around at different buildings. And there's like a couple that are just like walking the streets.
Vestara's gonna choose the little girl who's looking around a bunch.
Okay, you walk up to her and she looks, oh, hello.
Hi, what you looking for?
I have to do a lot of shopping before the Moonlight Festival begins.
The Moonlight Festival? That begins tomorrow?
Yes, everyone's looking forward to it.
Well, what is it exactly? Sorry, I am traveling here from far away.
Oh, you're not from Felcrest? Well, that's exciting. You'll have to tell me about that sometime.
Sure.
But the Moonlight Festival, it's when we get visited by one of the gods. We don't know who's going to visit, but everyone's always excited.
Who visited last?
I believe last year's was Dulgar. We're not sure who this year will be.
Okay. And where does this visit take place?
Well, it's the Moonlight Festival, so throughout all the districts, really. But you'll be able to see the god nonetheless.
From anywhere?
In Felcrest.
Interesting. Is this like a in the sky sort of visit thing?
Well, as things would have it, generally we get visited by a god and they provide like a boon for one of the districts, whether it's the Underground District, the Black Market District, or the Upper Airway District. But depending on what we provide for them, we might be blessed by the god for our particular district. This being the Black Boston district, of course. But it's anyone's game, really. Everyone's kind of doing their best to put their best foot forward.
Okay, so the god comes, and then if you do the religion thing right, you get a reward from the god when the god comes.
Yes, but only for one of the districts. Whoever has the best.
Interesting. So a competition.
Which gets everybody buzzing. That's actually really ingenious.
Interesting. So what kinds of things are people doing to impress this god?
Well, again, it's based on whatever you can offer. So, in my case, I really like baking, so I'm trying to make the best pastries possible to offer. If you, I don't know, made shoes, you would maybe make very limited edition shoes for that particular moment. It's any case scenario.
So then the god just picks who wins based off of whoever pleases the god most. There's no like rules to the competition other than just give me something and I'll tell you if I like it.
Exactly.
So who's in charge here? Is there a group of people in charge that may or may not be related?
Well, there's different barons that are really representing their districts, and I guess mostly the barons. They get assigned different districts each year, so.
Okay, barons. All right. Wow. Well, thank you. What is your favorite thing to bake?
I make these very good kind of like strudel pastries that once you bite into it, it also triggers like a very happy memory. But I'm trying to perfect that memory, or that recipe actually. There's just one more thing I need, and the shop back there didn't have it, so I'm just looking.
So you're looking for an ingredient to mix into other ingredients that will make people re-experience a good memory once they've consumed said concoction.
Yes, but they're very rare. Have you heard of nightingale blossoms?
Nightingale blossoms. Please refresh me.
They're just like a very pretty flower, usually glows during nighttime. But it can be used for medicinal purposes and also in ingredients such as this that add an extra kick.
So is this like plant medicine or is this like have you ever heard of well, first off, does Vestara feel like she can drop the M word with this little girl?
Probably.
Okay. Um so is it like plant medicine or is it like magic?
Yes, a bit of magic. Actually, a lot of magic, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I try not to make that the very centerpiece of the recipe. Otherwise, people think it's just, all fluff. So, I really make really good pastries.
I bet you do. I would love to try one. So then can everyone use magic here?
If they have the capacity, of course. It's actually encouraged.
Okay.
I've been casually eavesdropping, so I just want to like lean over and just say, is one of the barons in charge Baron Chalfont?
Baron Chalfont, yes. He's in charge of the upper area districts this year.
Okay. Interesting.
Chalfont?
Do I have this flower in my components? I were to, like,
Nightingale, you wouldn't normally keep. No.
is it magical though, or is it non-magical? Would it be in my Heward's handy spice pouch, where I can reach in and pull out a
Oh
pinch?
no, it's
Dang it!
it's definitely magical.
Dang it!
Ask Gil, she knows all about them.
Only if I'm touching my bow.
Yep, there is one encrusted into Gil's bow currently.
Child, how does one speak to the god when they arrive?
Well, my name's Madeline.
I'm
Sorry,
19
sorry,
years
sorry,
old.
sorry, sorry, sorry. This is fucking hilarious. Just because like, Vestara is like over here chatting the kid up, and Gil just Gage is just like, child.
Exactly. He's just been lingering over Vistara's
Yeah.
shoulder,
I'm
waiting.
gonna just like walk up and like try to guide Gage. Just let them handle this. We don't want to scare the child.
What was his question?
I want to know how we speak to the god.
Well, you can speak to gods anytime, actually.
I would really prefer a face-to-face.
Oh, then you have to wait for the Moonlight Festival.
Yes, where would I go?
Anywhere.
Okay.
When Ysilde appeared to us, it was vast and could be seen across. I was gonna say Exandria, across Achordia, Fellcrest. So
I've always spoken to them face-to-face.
yeah, well, so what I'm saying is we could probably pick a spot and camp out.
You
gonna
said
quote-
Ysilde?
I was just using an example. I can't remember.
We
if
are
it
now
was
heretics.
Well, she's a prime god. She would never come to the material plane.
You're so
I did
right.
not speak to her there.
We didn't speak to her at all. I was just using her as an example. I apologize. She was the first god that came to mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all have spoken
Gage looks
to-
put out.
I'm gonna settle. I'm gonna start walking off.
Need help. Need help. Need somebody who knows.
I'm gonna just like pull whatever cloaky type thing I might have a little closer around my armor and hide that sword. And just...
Maybe so Vestar's gonna psychically link with all of us within 60 feet of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vestar is gonna psychically link with everyone and just be like, hey y'all, there's a lot different going on in this timeline or whatever it is that we've stumbled into. Do you think that maybe we should recruit this little girl for help of what's going on?
I don't want anything to do with a little girl. If we're gonna get killed, I'm not gonna be at fault for a child dying.
Yeah, I think we got the info we need from her, and we should just definitely attend that Starlight Festival.
And Dash
But-
is enough of a hazard.
We should find someone more useful.
And that.
Well, all right.
Do you have any thoughts, Mal?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm really kind of confused by the whole situation, and I'm actually kind of worried about
Yep.
what myself would be doing here. If myself actually exists here.
Yeah.
Okay, because here's the thing, based on what I've learned in the past, well, actually I don't know how long it's been and how many days, because who knows how time travels or how time works in Gage's in that realm, in that place. I'm wondering if there is only one of me and that I exist in only one timeline.
It's possible. We don't know if we're going to remain in this particular reality or return to our own. But got to do what we can while we're here.
I mean, we have to. We have to accomplish our mission. But yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to somebody about that. but I have to wait till tomorrow.
Okay.
I mean, anyway, never mind.
Also, Vistara, your approach was way better than mine. I was going to pretend to be from the university doing a survey on people's opinions of the gods and who do they worship. And when's the last time I had communication?
That's so fun though.
Before
Well,
the
Sarah says thank you, goodbye, and then comes back to the crew.
Narissa, do we need to exhume your corpse, or can we move on?
Why is that a question?
For confirmation.
If the timeline that we're following is what Emmy said it was, I was murdered as a child. So I'm good. We can continue.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Children's teeth. They can be useful.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's probably all that's left of me, honestly, at this point. But I'm so good on not seeing my own corpse.
I'm just gonna start walking off towards
Fair enough.
towards the district that I need to go to.
Which district is that?
The one that we were talking about, the what's it called?
Upper airway.
Upper airway?
Upper airway, yeah.
Okay. There's multiple modes of transportation to get there. You could take the railway or ascend through the platform discs.
I'll take the platform discs.
So you get up to where people like elevator up or down, depending. You get in the line. You just watch people just like shooting all throughout Fellcrest, essentially, to different places that they need to go. And it gets to you, to your point in the line, and the person who is a young, spry elf looks at you. Which district would you like to go to, sir?
The sky. What's it called again?
The upper airway.
For
district.
airway.
Airway. I can't. I'm sorry. Upper airway.
Just general upper airway district. There's many districts up there. We can get you somewhere pinpointed for an extra charge, or we can just get you up there.
Just up there.
And will you be going by yourself or accompanied by anyone?
I'm going with him. I think we're all going with him. I'm just not entirely sure.
Oh, is it the whole group of you?
Following.
Hello.
Yeah, Shade was moving with purpose, so Gage followed him.
Okay.
You see him like smile. Well, this is far more. I'll get you a discount. None to worry. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you. All just going to general upper area district.
Yeah.
Can I ask though, at any point looking around in this different reality or whatever we're in, do any like small things seem different, or does it look pretty much the same except for these?
There's a lot more presence of magic. I know that for Gil, like going to Fellcrest specifically and not being like on the outside borders is.
Yeah.
But even you are familiar enough to know that like magic usage in public isn't like really a thing. But there's like people walking around. They have like elemental familiars going with them. Like there's a bunch of presence of magic as far as like people freely casting.
Oh. Thank you.
I think I have quite a deal for all of you. For a mere pittance of 20 gold coins, I can get you to the upper area district as a group sale price.
I'm so sorry, but that used to be only 10. I'm unsure why you're offering 20.
Well, it's the day before the Moonlight Festival.
I'll pay the 20. I'll hand him 20 gold pieces.
Oh,
Oh, thank you, sir. Your generosity does not include tip, but we accept gratuity.
Oh wow, you really are working this, aren't you?
I do not carry currency.
Well,
Also,
Always say no the first time. Always say no.
he just takes the 20 coins, counts them.
You know, gratuity is normally added after the service is completed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way you would get it to me unless you have such abilities.
You're not the one running it.
Oh, you're not going to be accompanying us on the trip.
Oh no, I just sent you. I push a button and it sends you to those
Yeah.
districts.
So your
Oh,
gratuity.
so how do we?
No, Tara has morally no. Mm-mm.
Narissa gets on before she said something stupid and gets them trapped like in the middle.
Yeah, and Vestar is just gonna follow.
wait, Stacks, how much money do I have? Because, like, you have a big fat 0.
I mean, do any of us really have money? Because we all died and our bodies were left behind.
I didn't die.
I don't know. There's
I got some
money in my
money.
inventory. There's money in my inventory, so I'm using it.
Yeah.
I give him 2 gold pieces,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, and I look really close at him, like I'm memorizing his face.
What, 2 gold? But it's 20!
No.
I already gave you 20. This is 2 more for the tip.
Is this for me?
Yes.
You're actually giving me money freely?
Oh, did you just unlock something? Did you just set somebody free from their indentured servitude?
I've
Right.
never gotten a tip in
He
my
fell for the
entire
scam.
Howdy
existence
is a
here!
free elf. Howdy has gotten
Is this a
song.
goblin? Wait, is this a goblin? Can we
First
take
of
him
all,
with us?
sir, I am an elf. And I can retire on this 2 gold.
You want to
But
come with us? You want to come with us?
oh no, I have other places to be. I'll get you as close as you need to be. Have a good day, bye. And y'all get whisked up to the airway district.
That was a very strange conversation.
You just got scammed.
Oh. 10 gold
I-
would have been an
It
exceedingly
was worth it.
high price.
I don't
Could
know
we
how.
have
I don't know
just-
how the economy works in this.
I'm telling you, 10 would have been exceedingly high. If you had given him 20 because you wanted to be nice and tip him, you should have done that. Not pay 20 for us to get here.
Couldn't we have pushed the button ourselves?
Yes.
Oh.
So, Maul, just for the future, because money will run out eventually.
You know, I have a lot.
I was gonna say, like,
I mean, so does Narissa, but she's not gonna let people use her gold to do stuff.
Y'all make it to the upper area district, and splattered across many screens throughout the cityscapes is different advertisements for the Moonlight Festival. You see, adorned in a lot of the different people that are prominent contributors, sponsors, and other things. A picture of the Baron Chalfont, although he looks a little bit more less gamely than he has in the past, not as frightening. And also, it switches over to a fully adorned, gold encrusted hair accoutrements image of what you all would know to be Vestara. And below it is
Vestara.
wording that switches to
Vestara.
different script based on languages, but it says our prized seer will be present during the Moonlight Festival.
You're Miss Cleo level famous out here.
oh my gosh. Oh, I have great taste. You see that? Oh, gorgeous. Work it, girl, work it.
Wait, I have. What's my name? Narissa. Jesus Christ. Narissa's gonna stop where she's walking and turn around. Because is Dash still with us?
Yeah, he got kind of into the, what,
Okay,
7
I'm
ago?
looking at everyone. Dash was a member of something, and we have him. But if reality is different, but Dash is a singular person, like a singular creature, I would bet money that he is the one that won't have a doppelganger situation happening in this reality. He is one of a kind.
I don't know if that's...
No contributions from the peanut gallery.
I am not a peanut!
I mean, his relations might not
But
exist here either.
Maul can attest, there might not be individuals of me, but there have definitely been different children that all essentially represent me. Sometimes female, sometimes male.
Maul can attest?
Yeah, because when we talked to the owner of the Magic Guild person, before we saw the pod malls.
You're right. You're right. Okay. Do we think that in this reality, your you still lives with the magistrate? Baron, Maester. Who was it that Dash lived with
The Baron.
18 months ago? With
The
the Baron?
grotesque Baron. The grotesque Baron.
Uncertain? We didn't ask that question before he disappeared.
Interesting. Okay. Let's continue and go find famous Vistara. Is your name Tatiana in this reality? Is that why you were asking?
What
is up with that?
So that's just one of the names that she is known by. And she and me as well.
Suspicious.
What are we doing up here, Shade?
Looking for the client that I need to find.
Right? Any ideas to a direction?
I mean, I rolled pretty good on the history check earlier.
So caveat to that, generally, those individuals don't give their standing or ranking or, any personal details about who they are, because let's say if she was a prominent member of the Barre district, then there would be nothing stopping you from closing the transaction with her and getting paid, and then immediately selling that information to someone else. So, as they tend to do, they give you enough information to get either the thing procured or the thing acquired without revealing.
Okay, that being said, Narissa would have met them before.
Yes.
Possibly. So, Narissa, do you have any details on how they looked? Because for me, they would always just be wearing a lot of cloaks, like an ungodly amount of cloaks for some reason. They just didn't want me to know who they were. It was really weird, to be honest with you, but
History check says 17.
Okay. With a 17, she would have been wearing cloaks similar when she met you. But one thing you noticed was what to give without giving. She would have had.
I will say, I generally, when doing back of store deals, I would do detect thoughts at surface level to try and glean minor information. If that helps.
Okay.
Just give. Be a giver.
So, in your attempts to do detect thoughts back in the previous version of yourself, she would have come off as intriguing because while her mind was overall protected, you got small glimpses of a god you've never seen before, with long horns and a upright, structured, kind of elongated body. And after your meeting with said individual, you would have done whatever research you can. And the only thing close would have been a other planar god by the name of Asmodeus. And somehow, this woman's connected to her. Or him.
Okay, well then.
I relay that information. That's what I know. Is that helpful?
Gage.
Yes.
Okay.
What is the question?
I love it.
Have you ever met Asmodeus?
I have no idea. Maybe. Have I?
Just say yes, just say
Asmodeus would be Diademia god, not an Achordia god.
Do I know that much?
I would say yes. Within all the souls in your body, somebody probably knew it back then.
That is a god of Diademia. Not of this world.
What kind of god?
Yes, what kind of god is Asmodeus?
I don't know. I played as him once. I played as him once.
Yeah, you did.
Do you think it's
Treacherous.
Cool.
Okay, so she also had red hair, right?
You know,
Yeah.
You know who else has red hair?
Yeah.
Don't say Gil.
No.
Yeah, I know there's someone in our Faces of Achordia or something, and I'm trying to
No.
scroll through to find them.
Madam Ivy.
Madam Ivy.
The one who knew who you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would I know anything about Madam Ivy?
Is she? I'm gonna try to recall when I saw her. We were in that, like, sort of another plane.
Well, y'all were fighting in the Great Archive, and she came out
Right.
of the.
She came out of that
Yeah.
planar portal.
And she seemed to know you and be somewhat fond of you.
Yeah, like she was not aggressive towards me.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I want to describe her to Shade. And well, do you know what your person looks like, right? You're trying to find?
Not necessarily. You could try to just, like, okay. We shouldn't do this out in the open.
Assuming we're all still talking.
You mean we should find a nice, discreet place to talk? Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be cool.
Yes, but the
The
reason
star
why.
connected us mentally.
That's right.
Okay, so while this is happening, we should still go find somewhere. That way, Maul could try to describe, and I could transform into the person, and maybe it will look like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, can we find a nice, discreet area, Mr. DM? Oh God,
Oh,
himself.
yeah, sure. Roll
They were an inn or
perception
something where
checks.
we could maybe just like rent a room to chat in for a while.
I do.
26.
Maul can blank roll it. He's got all the gold.
There's a lot of different options. There's inns, well, upper airway districts, more like hotels, but inns.
Yeah, we're in the expense. We should have done this when we were not in the fancy district, but here we are.
Aren't there rooms to rent at the Starlight?
We're in the upper airway.
Starlight Inn.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
rooms to
right.
rent back there, but
Okay. Maul, you'll take care of the gold, right?
Yeah. He's got the money.
Well, I've got a little bit, but
You
yeah.
said you had a lot. Hold on.
You said you had a lot.
I,
Insight
well,
check.
but if we just start throwing it all around, it'll run out.
Oh, you're learning. Good.
So y'all make it to the inn. The stairway up to inside of it is made of marble, and there's red carpet rope kind of going down. As you enter inside, there's attendants at both sides. Yes, would you all like a room tonight? In preparation of the Moonlight Festival, perhaps?
What is your room rate for the evening?
It is a mere, well, for each one individually, 5
One room.
gold. Oh, just one room. 5 gold.
Thanks, Mel. I'm kidding. I got this one.
Okay.
I can't. make
Again,
Mel.
do I have any gold? I feel like I would, considering I was like part of a thieves guild and all that stuff. I would assume so.
Now we know.
Trust me, it's not that wild.
No, I would say you would have...
Couple platinum.
no, platinum you can't get rid of discreetly. I would say you would have like 300 gold,
Okay.
which just makes you more of a target, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pop him blind.
Trust me, with this passive perception, you ain't stealing shit.
Fair enough.
So y'all make it inside this room?
Yes.
So, Mo.
Okay, so she is and I'll just describe Madame Ivy.
Okay.
I will do my best to try to look like her. Can you describe clothing or anything? Because I could also make that appear.
Yeah, and I'll do that. I don't remember what she was wearing, but I mean, Brent doesn't remember, but Maul does because it was
Just making sure there's no like
it was a very
sketchy,
significant moment.
invisible or illusion stuff in this room, just to be sure.
Your true sight. Let's go, baby.
Nope. As you
Cool.
look around.
Room's clear.
Yes,
All right.
it is.
So
Great, I was so
Shade,
worried.
roll me a performance check.
18.
Okay. So you change your appearance to look like Madame Ivy. And from what Maul, Narissa, Vistara, Gil, whoever saw her that day, I mean, pretty close, accurate. You probably would have to get like really uncomfortably close to notice any like variances, but from passing by, like you look like Madame Ivy.
Can I make myself look like I have a bunch of cloaks on?
Yeah.
That's her.
But she doesn't look like the client that Narissa or
Okay.
you
Okay.
have encountered.
Okay.
That's not her.
Right.
So it's not her. Okay.
If I like hold up my thumb against Gil's face and imagine her with a bunch of cloaks on, does it look like her?
No.
Okay, so
There can only be
basically
two-
Who
One
decided
redhead
that
in the
she's
universe.
redheaded?
me. Okay, so anyways, so if this isn't her, I'll switch back to Caspian. That means we just have to find something with the insignia of Asmodeus, and you said that it's of a god from Diademia?
What's Diademia? I'm asking Gage.
Diademia is the bright world on the flip side of Achordia. And he's the one that gains all the advantages. He does not have to suffer this cycle.
Do I have anything about? Do I know anything about that?
I want to
Diademia?
go to there.
Okay.
Did you know that we live on a flat planet? Flat earthers are correct.
Narissa?
Just because this city is flat doesn't mean the entire world is flat.
Narissa?
Shade. Shade. Shade.
Do not start with the flat Earth, please, or flat Accordia.
I mean, it is in fact flat.
No, it is not. Stop. Do you see the horizon? We are up in the sky. You see the horizon of the planet. Stop.
Actually, I don't see very much because I'm in a hotel room. But thank you so
Okay, but I'll make it a point to show you.
Dash. The world is not flat.
Okay, so we need to find a symbol
Good
of
to know.
Asmodeus.
Yeah.
Gage, can you show us a symbol of Asmodeus? Like anything that you may know of this otherworldly god?
It looks
I
like
can try.
snaky
Okay.
lizard.
So yeah, Gage, roll a history
inspiration?
check.
A what check?
History.
Bardic
History.
inspiration. I'm gonna strum a couple of chords, and you get bardic inspiration. Roll d8.
Oh, I'm definitely doing that. I need to. Hey, 19.
Okay. It's odd because it's almost like information that was previously freely accessible to you that's just like a little bit harder to reach now that it's just your mind and going back on what you knew. But you describe a symbol that has like a upside down triangle with a opening triangle inside of it, and two kind of like scar marks that come down and extend off of it, and that's the closest to an Asmodeus symbol as you can describe to them. Generally it's red, like blood red, but
So I need to find somebody with this type of symbol. And there's a bunch of people walking around with, I assume, on our way up here, did we see a bunch of, like, I don't know, symbols of gods on people and whatnot, or no?
mixture. Some people are a little bit open about like who they specifically worship, but a lot of people you've noticed aren't as opening, probably because they're not sure which god is going to visit and they don't want to pick the wrong god and not get favor.
So costumes on standby.
Yeah, everybody's got like their multiple god attires ready for the move.
Gage, by chance, are you able to detect what is Asmodeus besides being a god? Like, is he, I don't know, celestial? Do we know anything about celestials and stuff like that, or no?
Yeah, y'all would know like celestials, fiends, undead.
Like celestials, fiends, undead.
I don't know anything about Asmodeus as a player, especially in the Diademia sense, which Brent has said some stuff that I'm confused about in the group chat.
Yep, hold on.
Okay.
That's like Arlenius. What? I don't know how much Gage knows for about gods on the other side of the gate.
Not much, probably because it's not like your job or focus. Really.
I don't interact with them.
That would be like you try to learn about every other planar god known to man, which would just like add, I think, more to your workload.
Okay. So I gotta find somebody with that symbol.
This is definitely Achordia, because there wouldn't be a fell crest in.
Yeah.
The information that Brent has put in the chat, can we say we know that?
Probably not. I mean, as players, you probably know it if you know it, but like, essentially, it would be like a different god.
So there was a really important edit there, friend.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I really don't.
At one point, it said Our Lady of Silver, if that gives you any kind of idea what it
Yeah.
said before.
The
Yeah.
copy paste
The
alignment.
alignment was the exact opposite.
Yeah, the copy paste was got misaligned.
Oh.
Okay. Why would somebody who wants to earn the favor of a god be here with the symbol of a god from the other city?
I don't know, but cause a little trouble. But also, is there anything anyone here is really good at that could impress the god, and maybe we can talk to it directly?
I'm really good at playing music.
That's a good one.
When you read her mind, right? That's where you got the information about as
I mean, yes. Surface level, I could tell that Asmodeus was included in her general thoughts.
So maybe they're not trying to just impress any god. Maybe they are here as a representative of Asmodeus to cause a disturbance.
It may be an incursion.
Right.
I have to wonder at my counterpart. Are they alive? Is Diademia the one on the dark side of the coin? Are they trying to invade this reality?
Know something about that, but I can't say because I'm not there. My other character.
Are you in both Diademia and Achordia?
Yeah. Yeah. Some bad stuff is happening, that's all I'll say.
How did that kill?
I'm just worried that that person whom you observed is more than just the casual attendee to the festival.
Okay, well, I think we should go try to find some clues, whatever we could try to find.
We got one day to get good and
Yeah.
meet a god.
I have to wonder if they are trying to influence which god shows up at this festival.
That's what I think.
Is Asmodeus going to make an appearance?
Shade. What were you procuring for the person?
That's a great question.
Someone was hiring you to procure a weapon of some sort, some magical weapon.
They were trying to get me to get a magical weapon.
What were its abilities?
Did I know anything about that at all, or just a weapon? No questions asked.
I mean, it could be an incursion in trying to get Asmodeus, but I will say a weapon involves skill plus a luck potion to increase your chances of succeeding with that skill. Seem either like assassination or competition for thing. Either one of those.
I agree with Gil.
Yeah.
God appears, cause chaos. Dead god.
Or maybe they were trying to set you up as a fall person.
No, I think that they were trying to procure things to gank.
Or they were going to Robin Hood it. A buddy of mine from grade school who like shot an arrow in the middle of another arrow, and it was really impressive.
Well, you can do that with your bow, can't you?
So basically all this is what they were trying to do beforehand, I guess.
Yeah.
And now that we're here, we're trying to stop that.
We're going to try to stop it and win the gods' favor by saving them.
That could certainly get a good, yeah, that would be a feather in our hat to recruit that god.
Wait,
Just just the hubris of saying we're going to recruit a god. It just sounds terrible.
It looks like Vistara's got something brewing.
no, well, I'm just curious. Does this mean that our long-term goal is for us to stay here?
I feel like we probably have 3 months. Just
I think the gods exist out.
don't know for sure.
Of the timeline.
What I mean.
Okay, so what I'm trying to think is, because 3 months prior to what happened before, what happened after that day? After the festival?
But like nothing's the same.
Yeah. And like
Oh, I
the
know.
times might not even line up perfectly, really. So who knows?
Yeah.
Can I remember procuring the weapon, actually getting it for them, or no?
Nope, you can't remember that. Gage, roll me a D20.
Did
16.
Out of all the timelines and from the bare bones information of what you can gather, one of the times when Achordia was heavily magic based, as far as people freely using magic, there was an event that took place during the Moonlight Festival that essentially extinguished everyone, and whatever happened that day procured you a lot of souls, but you don't necessarily know what caused it as far as leading force.
I relate that in
The
as few words as possible.
The only thing that kind of assists in the breadcrumbs that y'all are building is that a god did die that day.
Oh no.
Okay.
Bingo.
hey, Sealder, it would have been really nice to have gotten some information
Can you talk?
before you shunted us out
Can you
here.
talk to her?
I don't know. I'm doing what you want.
Okay, so
We have information she has provided.
a god did die. You got a lot of souls that day. Okay, so we need to try to stop the assassination like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if they've gotten the weapon yet. I could go try to see and find out. Maybe I'm not saying we should split the party, but like there's a lot of things for us to do.
Was it the
This makes me-
Barons that run the Moonlight Festival?
Was
Okay.
it
Who coordinates the festival and runs it?
the Barons?
The Barons. Okay. Do we need to like how does the god get summoned? How do they get chosen? How do they know to come this day? Do the Barons do something to do that? Can we get them to not summon a god? Can we get them to summon a god like 10 minutes early so we can talk to them first?
You think we should recruit someone we can ask all these questions of?
Maybe.
Narissa, what did that person that you looked at? What did they look like?
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is
You're
it?
famous, Vistara.
I could go talk to me. I
You're
would be,
famous.
I mean, I know, but
Well,
I mean,
Other
like,
you is famous.
well, yeah, you know.
This has convinced me even more, though, that the Asmodeus thing, that it's an incursion. I think it's an attempt. That's what this is. That person, if they are a person and not something more.
Yep.
I think.
So this is sorry, Gage, did you give us the information you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. So if this is one of the earlier, I think you called them cycles or something, maybe this is part of why the gods abandoned. If like someone killed a god, maybe that's why they went, fuck you, Achordia.
That tracks.
Hightailed it out of here for future.
I don't think this is an earlier cycle. I think this one is parallel to the one we came from.
Okay.
In any case, we should prevent this.
Yeah. Okay.
It would
Yeah,
make
it's-
things easier.
So yeah, anyone buddies with a Baron? Or Vestara? How likely are you to be freaked out by you?
We need to try to locate the person that Narissa read their mind.
This sounds a lot like splitting the party again. I'm sorry, getting flashbacks of when this happened before. Slightly different party setup.
I think that's our best lead. I think that person is our best lead.
I think we should go together.
But my question is, how would we what would you recommend the first step being for trying to track that person down?
Perhaps we can just find the best place to attack a god from in this city.
But that's why we would talk to the Barons, because they know the setup of the Moonlight
thi-
Festival.
I think if we approach the Barons with anything resembling what we're talking about, they would think that we are the.
Whoa, we don't tell them we want to protect a god from an attack from another god. We just
Especially because at this point, there's
want
gotta
to
be
know like the
somebody in
basics
on it.
of the planning of the festival.
There's got to be somebody in on it too, from the Barons.
Is there any way for us to know where any of these particular individuals we need to talk to is going to be at any particular time?
Vestara was saying she might have the hookup if she talks to herself.
Or I guess I could talk to, my guy.
Can I reach out to like the criminal under
The what?
network, the criminal, to
But
see any information I could get?
Most definitely.
I mean, y'all all have all the choices currently of what.
Yeah, a little too many of them. Actually,
Also, when we were at the shop, she hadn't picked up the potion yet. It wasn't finished. So we could go back to the shop and just wait and see if she shows up to pick up the potion.
Oh, that person.
Or
that was the person
Shade.
you read.
could pick up the potion as her.
We don't
No,
know what
we
she
know
looks
we
like.
want to catch that person.
I mean, I assume she'd be like equally covered. So you wouldn't really, you just have to look like the bits you can remember is all you'd have to look like.
Okay.
If we can intercept the weapon or the potion, we reduce their chances of success.
Again, I'm supposed to be gathering the weapon, so
Can I sit down on the floor in the middle of the floor, just very dramatically plop to the ground, close my eyes, and see if I can see the future?
Sure, roll a premonition check.
Star's gonna pour herself some wine.
I think I did. I look into the future and you roll a d8 if it's a 3 or higher.
Okay, I'll
It's
just go on any of these and roll a.
Good.
Rolling.
If it's
Oh, you have one regardless. You just won't know if it's like.
yeah, if it's a 3 or higher, the vision will be fairly accurate. If it's a 2 or lower, your vision will be flawed. But I don't know what it is, so don't tell me what it is.
So
I'm really just trying to get a picture of her face via a premonition of the future, is what I'm trying to do.
you get a vision, and you see her. She's still cloaked, obviously, but you see her in an alleyway when y'all are at the Crystal Ball. You see her kind of down the road a bit when y'all are getting on the disc to come up. You see her watch you all enter into the hotel that y'all or inn that y'all are in currently. She's been there the whole time, watching. Almost like she knows, but as you're doing that, she looks at you in your vision, but just looking directly at the camera kind of look, not a physical form of you. And she sort of smiles and kind of walks off and meanders into the crowd before you are back into your...
But I saw her face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Anything interesting?
She knows we're here and she's been following us this entire time?
Not surprised. Okay.
How did I not see her?
How did I not roll high enough to see her? What the fuck?
I'm describing her face when we made eye contact. She looked like...
This.
She had brown hair.
brown hair.
Pale skin, blue eyes.
Could use some sunlight and blue eyes.
Oh, not a redhead.
Not a redhead. That was a made-up fact.
I rolled a
I
24
heard it,
on
but
the
then I heard you
performance.
guys all repeating it, so I was like, okay.
24. I rolled a 24. Rolled a 24 on performance to make myself look like her.
Okay. You are as close to what you think she looks like?
Yeah. Yeah. Go look at yourself in the mirror right now. That is what she looked like.
Okay.
Any of us recognize her?
Do I recognize her as myself?
I mean, she would fit, like, if you put a cloak on her, she would fit the script of the person that hired you.
Yep, that's her. Okay.
But she has brown hair, not red hair.
Yep.
The
Right.
red hair was
Why-
an
why-
accidental misfact.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, who said she had red hair?
That
I
was
was
shade.
speculating and it got distributed as fact.
Nice.
He was leading the party astray. He works for Asmodeus.
We call this
So
the
does anyone
Narissa
recognize
effect.
her?
Shade and Narissa, present party. As the
but-
person that
Okay.
is their client. But nothing
Yeah.
more.
But no, she's a new player for us. Gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
He's gonna kill a god, and we've got to stop her.
Yeah. She's got a god helping her kill a god. I think you should get that potion. And then you should look like, was it Nox? You said? Who? I want to hear more about that later, because. Oh, you didn't tell us that. Look like whoever the new lady in the back is. And then give her a fake potion? Like a double switch?
She's on to us.
She's off. Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta try.
She picked up the potion though. Right?
She was supposed to come back like sunset or
Come back.
Dusk.
Okay. No.
What
We
time
need
is
to go
it right
there
now?
Immediately. We need to go there immediately then.
probably conveniently close to sunset.
Okay,
Dusk.
yeah, let's go there and foil the handoff. If nothing else, we can ruin the brewing potion before she picks it up.
Okay, question. Real quick.
Answer.
Sorry. Narissa, would you have told us that she looked directly at you in your vision?
No.
Never mind.
Would you have
Continue,
told? But you
Miss
would
Donna,
have told
sorry.
us that you know.
She would have. Let me say it this way: she would not have said we made eye contact, but she would have said I looked her in the eyes, and she had blue eyes. Like, with a high enough insight, you would probably know that Narissa got the heebie-jeebies.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but sorry. Continue. Sorry.
How far is it to the potion shop?
What's the fastest mode of travel back to the potion shop?
Well, if you follow me in my
Jump.
little urchin background, it'll take us half the time that it would take a normal person to walk through the city.
All right,
Let's
let's do it.
How about if something flew? Would they get there even faster?
I mean, straight as the crow flies, yeah.
Like something that could possibly gain an ability that maybe a Vonder might have. A big
A
butt.
Vonder? Yeah. What's a Vonder?
I'm going to pull out the vial of Vonder blood, and I'm going to drink it.
Okay. And as you do, The blood processes into your body, and you hear. Trying to describe this without activating a trigger on Ash's part, but you hear a transformation in his anatomy
You can say
of like bones readjusting themselves, and from his back erupts two very large wings, but somehow this transformation doesn't just stop there, and it seems to manifest further as your features kind of shift into a half man, half crow like creature esque thing. As Maul is like molting in this very lush hotel room. I need you to roll a wisdom save.
He does have
32.
a +3 from being in proximity to me.
Oh, so 23.
Okay. You feel your consciousness like slip, sort of like think of it like you have your train of thoughts and then it shifts into a more animalistic train of thoughts, but then you're able to like reaffirm back to Maul's train of thoughts, if that makes sense. But you do feel a definite like shift as if the beast was trying to take over you in that moment. But as you are manifesting wings and things, you look around and your vision's kind of like shifted, almost like fishbowl-ish, and there's a desperate need to consume blood of some sort.
Oh boy.
And as this hunger starts to kick in and you all see Maul ravenously looking amongst the group of you, that's where we'll end it tonight.
I just have one thing I want to say before I forget it, and it's Narissa wants to ask Shade if when he changes his appearance, if people can Gil now see through that because of her true sight?
Okay. Gil would be able to see, through it, It would be like she would see the form he took, but beyond that, she would also see, like, him.
Okay, because the one thing Narissa wants to mention before we take off is I don't think it's a great idea for us to pretend to be anybody in this situation. I think we should hide and see if we can catch them and follow them.
Okay.
I don't think pretending to be anybody is going to help us in this situation with a god in their ear. And so I just want to make sure I say that out loud before.
All right, and then as you're saying that, holy shit, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sitting here going, how many people can you carry?
I don't know how many people can.
Nobody without sucking all your blood out of you.
It depends on how many people survive. We'll find out next time. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back in like 2 weeks, and we'll catch you all on the flip side of things. We're back, baby. Bye.
Yeah.